All right, my fault. My mic wasn't on. How's it going, guys? Zorro here. How's everybody doing? My bad, my bad. What's up, chat? How's everybody doing today? I forgot to put my mic on. That's my bad. How we doing, everybody? Shout out to the chat. Hope everyone's having a good one. One thing that I lament, as I was saying before I realized I was muted, one thing I freaking lament is that I don't have enough time to kind of appreciate other content creators' works, get a perspective on other people's opinions, and kind of have a chance to change my own. Granted, I do obviously interact with you guys, and that's mainly how I do my best to kind of get a different perspective on things. But outside of George and a few others, I don't have a time to really go and check out too many other videos. So I thought, and I hope the people that I'm watching these videos today are okay with this. Oh, appreciate the follow, Kaboo. Much appreciated. Hold on, let me do the dance. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna be reacting to a few different videos today, from different creators. Some a little controversial, some I think are potentially interesting. There's one video I know is gonna be controversial, which I'll get to. But this is a new concept, a new type of video. Hope you guys enjoy this, man. This is a bit of a different kind of video, and I hope you guys are into this because, yeah, man, there are a lot of really good theory videos, discussion videos, complaint videos, whatever you want to call them, in the community, and I want to get that kind of perspective and see whether or not I agree with it, things that I like, things I don't like, and things I generally I really mess with. So I put a link to the videos that I'm going to be reacting to, or a couple of them, in the description box. Or rather, I put the links to the channels of the people whose videos I'm reacting to in the description box on YouTube and I believe on Twitch. So if you guys want to, I definitely recommend you subscribe to all the people who I'm reacting to today. And maybe if it goes a little short, I might react to some other videos. So if you have any recommendations, just tag me on Twitter. And at one point, if I end a little early, I'll stay a little longer and watch another video. Yeah, man, I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate that, Chrono. I really do. So yeah, and for anybody on YouTube that's liking, hopefully you guys like the new setup I got going. I got a little bit of a different setup for my Twitch here and for my YouTube, for my reactions. So hopefully you guys really mess with that. Yeah, I'm on Twitch and on YouTube right now. So if anyone's on Twitch that is not following me on YouTube or vice versa, you should definitely do so. Content on both of these platforms should be consistent from this point out. A bit of sad news before I get started, guys. I know you want me to get started with this reaction, right? A bit of sad news. Officially, as of this moment, I literally just learned this 2 minutes ago. 2 minutes ago, I literally just learned this as I went to go check on my channel. As of 2 minutes ago, man, the Zorro Fanboy 124 channel has officially been deleted. Not by me, of course. It's been taken down by the gods of YouTube. May it rest in the ever-loving glory and the embrace of Goda. Rips in the chat. Yeah, it's finally happened. I literally learned this 2 minutes ago. The Zorro Fanboy 124. Thank you for the Fs. The Zorro Fanboy 124 channel is officially dead, and it sucks. It really sucks, but you know, it doesn't matter to me. I've already mourned that channel. I can't access it right now. But you know, it is what it is. We live and we learn and we move on. I'm doing very well with the Zorro Fanboy Reactions channel. We're already over 1,300 subscribers. Hopefully going to get to 2,000 by the end of next month. So if you guys haven't subscribed already, you know, and you want to do so, then help me out. Then I would very much appreciate that. Okay, so without further ado, we're moving on. I don't want to stay all solemn and glum and depressed the whole time because I'm not going to be depressed. All right, I get it. All right, the channel's gone. It's fine. We're doing the Twitch. We're doing the YouTube. Things are going well, man. Staying positive out here. So there are 3 videos, and I want you guys to vote. I'm going to let you guys vote on which videos you want me to watch first, okay? There are 3 videos, 2 of which I don't know the details of. One I probably do, but I want to see it because I haven't actually watched it. Okay. One of the videos is actually, interestingly enough, a bit of a Twitter thread of different kinds of short 2-minute videos. I believe Sen. I don't know if Sen is in the chat. If Sen is in the chat, this is actually something that Sen posted, but it wasn't Sen's videos. It was actually Drizzt. Everyone knows Drizzt. Drizzt the Dark Lord. Drizzt the Drag Down. Drizzt the Eternal One Piece criticizer. We know Drizzt. We love Drizzt. Subscribe to Drizzt. Link in the description. All right. I watched like 30 seconds of his first video. It's like literally a thread of like 8 videos, right? I don't know if I'm gonna watch all of them, but it's basically a thread of criticisms or concerns with Wano. And while in my opinion, I'm still really enjoying Wano, it's good to actually hear the other side of things, right? It's not good to be in an echo chamber, regardless of whatever your echo chamber is, right? You want to hear outside opinions. You want to hear some things that you're maybe not always going to agree with, and see if it stacks up to your own scrutiny, right? So, I've got that video, or thread of videos of my dude Drizzt, that I definitely want to check out. Echo chambers are fun. They can be. Burying your head in sand can be fun to some, but for me, not so much. Then there is a video. Let me go ahead and see this. It's a video by JoyBoyTheories, which I'm very interested in, called God Mode Zoro, which sounds dope as fuck. That one sounds pretty cool. Then there's another video. The third one that is in the queue here. This is from JD Legend. Well, I'm sure you guys all know first off about JoyBoyTheories. He's got like 220,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm sure you're not hearing him for the first time through me, right? You should all be subscribed to him already. And the third video is we got the Zoro fans covered with that video, right? Then there's another video, Enough is Enough One Piece rant by JD Legend about Sanji. And just for the pure entertainment value, I kind of want to watch it to watch a Sanji fan be sad. So while there's part of me that wants to empathize with JD's struggle here, there's a part of me that kind of just wants to see him suffer a little bit. So, you know what I mean? Yeah. So there we go. So yeah, this is a different type of video. Gives me a chance to kind of like, you know, put some other videos out there. I want to do people who aren't necessarily well known. You know what I mean? This time around, obviously, JD is well known pretty much. JoyBoy is definitely well known, and Drizzt is pretty well known too. But you know, if you have other recommendations for other people, I don't have time to really. There's so many good, probably YouTubers I'm not even aware of, One Piece YouTubers. So if anyone has recommendations that they want to, you know, tag me in or send to me for a later version of this video, like a part 2 that I'm going to do in the future, I would definitely check it out at some point. So, I already saw the King of Lightning Sanji video. That'd be a fake live reaction. So that's the thing, right? Like the King of Lightning Sanji video, I just saw it and it was the same thing over and over again that we already know. Like he didn't bring anything new to the table, pretty much. He literally brought up the meme of 5,000 meters of water pressure. Yeah, he did that. Like that's a meme. We joke with him all the time. I troll him with that, and he literally said it. So yeah, like I said, if you want to link me a video, it's kind of hard to look it up here while my stream is going on because my thing can be a little laggy. So just literally tag me on Twitter. Yeah, this is Sanji, bro. Yeah, that's my King of Lightning, bro. It's pretty solid. It's a pretty good impression, if I do say so myself. It's a pretty good one, dude. So basically, okay. So out of the 3 videos that I mentioned, the JoyBoy video, the JD video, and the Drizzt thread, which is the first that you want me to see me react to? I'll put it down in the chat. Well, I mean, I can't really let you guys vote. I can have my Twitch people vote. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't have like a voting thing, like a freaking that doesn't have like an ability to put a poll down, right? So I'm just gonna do this by my brain and reading the chat, okay? All right, so far we got 2 for Drizzt. All right, so we're gonna start serious. All right, we got this 1 Sanji, we got 1 JD, 2 Drizzt. 1 JD, 2 Drizzt. Hold on a second, let me check the chat. Oh wait, that's right. Drizzt. Okay. Yo, thank you for the follow, bro. Much appreciated, Blue Rajin. We're on our way to 1,000 followers. We're at like 944 right now, and once we get to 1,000 followers, there's gonna be a pretty big giveaway, a Steam gift card giveaway. So hopefully we can get to that mark, as well as a pretty big giveaway at 50 subscribers on Twitch. So we're making some moves there. JD, Drizzt. Hold on, let me see this here. Okay, so we got basically getting a lot of Drizzt. We're getting a lot of Drizzt. JD, no Joy Boy. No Joy Boy. You thought King of Lightning? That's pretty good. It's pretty good, bro. Yeah. Sword Sama, bro. Yeah. It's a fucking good ass impression. That's some good shit, man. I've been around the guy long enough. He's like that in real life too. You say a good joke, he'll just do one of these. Yeah. He'll do one of those out of nowhere. Yeah. Yeah. My yo's okay. It's okay, yo. Yeah, that's what it is. Alright. I'm getting a lot of JDs, but I think we're going to start with Drizzt. I appreciate that. We're going to start with Drizzt, then we'll move to JD, and then we'll do the Joy Boy video last. We'll save the Zoro video for last, okay? So here we go. Let me go ahead and screen share. Let me just do one thing really quickly. Maybe I should have the restream in like a sidebar. Oh, let me just fix something real quick, because I want to be able to see the comments while I'm doing reaction here. So let me do one of these. Okay, we're gonna do this and Drizzt. All right. Shout out to Sen. It's actually Sen who kind of composed all of this thread of videos. The title of the thread is "The entire One Piece community needs to listen to this thread." So we're gonna see what he has to say about this. Okay. We'll get to the JD video in just a moment. Let me just do a thing real quick. Alright, here we go. This way I can pull up both. I can see the chat, and I can get the video in one. Beautiful. Alright, guys, without further ado, sorry to keep you waiting with this intro stuff. But I will say one last thing before we start. If you haven't already liked the video, anyone just joining us, we're reacting right now to Drizzt's rant about the One Piece community, about One Piece in general. Definitely hit that like button, hit that follow button, that sub button. And if you're really feeling nice, of course, drop a super chat. But without further ado, let me go ahead and get my display capture up and running. Okay, I think it's up. Alright. With that being said, let's do this. Hold up. Alright, I got the chat up. Alright. I think the chat's working, okay. Let's start this, alright? Here's Drizzt. This is the post right here by Sen. Alright. Let's start this up. Let me know if everything sounds okay, guys.
But let's have a discussion here. Because this chapter is not all bad, but the bad parts of the chapter...
Let me just say, this is from June 16th, so I'm assuming this was from last chapter, not from the latest chapter. This is from last chapter, which admittedly was not as good as this chapter, so I guess let's just put that into perspective.
Which do exist were so bad that we need to decide, when is the One Piece community going to decide that they actually, like, when are people going to care? How much longer are people going to justify and say these things are okay? I assume that even though this chapter has this many bad things in it, people are going to say, it was alright. I give it like a 7 out of 10. Standard setup chapter for One Piece, even though the past few chapters have all been set up, and almost all the chapters in Wano have been set up. Standard One Piece chapter, setup. Not every chapter.
Is it lagging? Is it lagging? Hold on. Is the stream lagging, guys? Hold on. Is the stream lagging? It's a lot of buff. There's a few little buffering, but is it lagging? People have said I'm good on Twitch. Is it the only YouTube thing? Am I good? Okay, I'm fine. I think I'm okay. If there was a lag, it would be like a little bar right here. See where my mouse is? Saying like you dropped so many frames, right? So okay. So let me just go back. Okay. Okay. So we're okay. We're okay. False alarm. False alarm.
I give it like a 7 out of 10.
All right.
Standard setup chapter for One Piece, even though the past few chapters have all been set up, and almost all the chapters in Wano have been set up. Standard One Piece chapter, setup. Not every chapter can be good. Oda's got to do some things here and there to keep the plot. But you can't expect too much.
Drizzt.
Are people going to demand quality from Oda? Any form?
All right. All right. I do feel a little attacked. Mainly because I gave, not the last chapter, but the chapter before that, I gave it like a 6.5. I gave it like a 6.5. I did give it like a 6.5. I kind of feel a little bit like I feel like this is a personal attack, a little bit. But I get what he's coming from. By the way, like I said before, anyone who likes Drizzt's stuff, hasn't subscribed to him yet, link in the description, check it out. The dude is awesome. He's hilarious. And he brings up some good points. But yeah, what he's basically saying here is people are going to make excuses for mediocre chapters and just say, oh, it's average. Yeah, it's an average chapter set up, So I get that. Let's continue.
Form of good storytelling that doesn't actually ruin the story itself by contradicting multiple plot points. Because I can tell you as a fact right now that people are becoming increasingly disillusioned with One Piece. And it's not just me. I have friends around the league. They're becoming increasingly disinterested in One Piece. The conversation, the actual discussion in the One Piece community is at an all-time low. There has never been.
Let me pause it right here because it's buffering anyway. Might as well pause it. He brings up a great point. I'm definitely seeing it as well. I'm definitely seeing this as well. There are a lot of people that I'm seeing in my comment section. It's definitely more of a trend, like he said, that are becoming disillusioned with One Piece. Now, a lot of their opinions I don't necessarily agree with. I don't necessarily agree with this. From what I understand about Drizzt, and maybe he'll bring this up in the video, but from what I understand about Drizzt, I don't want to put words in his mouth. He thinks Wano has been pretty bad so far, just in general. I would have to disagree in terms of the totality of Wano. The only thing I would agree with him is that Act 2 was definitely not good. Act 2 was pretty mediocre. There were some good moments in Act 2 that we can all like say, oh, it was great, but for the most part, it was kind of mediocre at best, right? Part 1, I thought, or Act 1 rather, I thought was fantastic. And Act 3 has really yet to really unfold yet. It's barely, you know what I'm saying, we're a couple weeks in. Like, it's maybe a couple months in, whatever it is. We're barely into it, so we can't judge Act 3. But in terms of Act 1, fucking good. Act 2 has problems, definitely. But there are incredible moments. I mean, let's not forget that one of the best backstories in all of One Piece happened, or at least I wouldn't say the backstory as a whole was the best because there was problems with that backstory, but the Roger stuff with Whitebeard is fucking amazing. It's fucking amazing. So yeah, but that being said, in a way to defend Drizzt though, while I don't agree with his general assessment of Wano as a whole, there is a faction of the audience, right? And if you're one of these people, just try to listen with an open mind here. There are a faction of the people in the One Piece community that will never, under any circumstances, criticize One Piece, regardless of what happens in the story. And that's just an unfortunate fact. And if you don't feel the way that they feel, then you're automatically attacked. As a fellow reviewer, as a fellow reactor, I can empathize with the shit that he has to deal with sometimes. He goes over the top and well beyond what I would go to, with some of his critiques, with some of his criticisms. Right? He plays his role well. He knows what he's doing. Drizzt knows what he's doing. Okay, he knows what he's doing. But that being said, he's speaking to a lot of people that are really kind of blasé about what's happening in Wano right now, and you got to understand that. But at the same time, you can't be one of those people. I compare it. So this is gonna be a weird comparison, so bear with me, okay? I compare it to there are certain women out there, and men too. I don't want to just put this on women, right? There are certain people out there. I've known women to be more like this in some cases, though. That'll be like, Becky, he ain't shit, all right? You're perfect the way you are. You're fantastic. Never change, Becky. You're perfect, okay? Any flaws that you might have to better yourself for, don't even worry about that, girl. You're perfection. Every man should fucking fall on their knees and worship the ground you walk on. And people treat Oda like that. People legitimately treat Oda like that. Like, he's incapable of making any mistakes. So there's different. There's a spectrum to this, right? I think Drizzt is a little bit too far on the dark side, so to speak. I don't know any Beckys, bro. I don't hang out with Beckys, bro. I just saying, there are people out there girl, hey girl, don't worry about anything he says about you. You're perfect. You're perfection. Bro, imagine being told that your whole life. You're perfect. And then reality one day hits you in the face and you realize, wow, maybe I need to do some growth. So when people criticize Oda, understand that it's not always, and in a lot of cases, it's mostly coming out of a place of love. It's coming out of a place of, okay, I have such a commitment to this story that I want to see better from it. That's all I'm saying. So let me go ahead. I've only played 1:45 and I've been rambling. Let me go ahead and continue.
A point in time in the history of, while I've been in the community at least, that One Piece discussion has been as dry, as negative.
You're driving negativity, though.
As boring as it's currently been. And some of it isn't the fault of Oda. Some of it is the fault of...
Alright, let's go to part 2. This is like a thread, so there's going to be a few videos.
But let's have a discussion here.
Is it playing?
Because
oh god,
this
lag.
chapter's not all bad, but...
One second, there's a little lag. Hold on a second.
The bad parts of the chapter, which
Bro, come on.
exist, were so bad.
Come on.
That...
Come on.
We...
I can't even see the play bar, dude. What's going on?
When is the One Piece community going to decide that they actually... when are people going to care?
Alright, we're going to treat this like a podcast. We can hear them, we can't see them. Now we can't do either. Hold on. Let it load. Hold on. Let it load. Let's go back. For the One Piece discussion stuff, that has nothing to do with content creators. Some thrive on being negative, and people feel the need to agree because they don't want to lose the debate. That's an aspect of it as
More
well.
people are getting fed up, and they are reaching or have already reached the limit of
There
their
we go.
tolerance for what they're willing to have Oda go through. Wait till the end. Wait till the end. 74 chapters in, 73 chapters in. It'll get good eventually.
I think that's a mistake, bro.
Wano been a solid 8 out of 10 so far.
Come on.
Better than everything in My Hero, because, you know, One Piece...
Come on. The lag, dude. I don't know why you brought up My Hero.
Compare their series to every series in order for them to feel valid.
Come on, dude. I might have to refresh. I'm gonna refresh real quick. Hold on. This shit's stuttering too much. Hold on. And all my other stuff is working fine. I'm not dropping any frames. It's just the stupid Twitter videos like, no, I don't want to work right now. You work perfectly fine offline, but once you get to streaming, nope. No, you don't. Hold on, let me let this load. See, the thing is, KD, I don't agree with if you don't like it, drop it. Because you have to understand that people have investment in the story, right? And when you say, oh, if you don't like it, well, how much do you not have to like it in order for you to, like, you know, have to drop it? That's the question. If it's still a 5 for you and you think that the story should be a 7 or an 8, is it worth it to drop it? If you think it's a 1, yeah, if you're not taking any enjoyment from it, then at that point, you might as well drop it, right? But if you're still getting some satisfaction out of it and you're like, okay, I like it to a certain extent, but it could be a lot better, then is that really valid to say, if you don't like it, drop it? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh my god, dude. This shit is not even loading right now. Come on. Am I gonna have to fucking... Hold on, I'm gonna have to exit out. We're gonna have to figure this out. Hold on. Hold on a second, guys. My apologies. I didn't want to like test it because I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to test it ahead of time because I didn't want to see the videos. But I didn't expect it to not work all of a sudden. Come on, Twitter. I believe in you. Alright, here we go. Little by little, we're making progress. But I'm curious with you guys so far what he's said. Do you agree with that? I mean, to a certain extent. Like, to me, I don't fully agree with what he's saying. Because he says, oh, just wait for it. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. Wano was good from the beginning. Like Act 1 was good. Act 1 was good. So it's not like, you know, it sucked right off the bat and we're like waiting for it to get better, making excuses for it. Wano didn't start to have problems until Act 2, like the Big Mom stuff, like with the amnesia. That's when it started having problems for me. It wasn't bad until that point. So when he's saying, "Oh, just wait for it to get better," I'm like, I mean, it was pretty good to start. That's not the issue. All right, so let's continue on. Let's hope this works. Hold on. Let me exit out of my Twitch. Maybe that'll help it stop lagging a little bit. All right, here we go.
More and more people are getting fed up, and they are reaching or have already reached the limit of their tolerance for what they're willing to have.
Right. Now we're good. Now we're good.
Wait till the end. Wait till the end. 74 chapters in, 73 chapters
I don't agree
in.
with that.
It'll get good eventually. Wano been a solid 8 out of 10 so far. Better than everything in My Hero, because, you know, One Piece fans have to compare their series to every series.
They do sometimes. They do sometimes. But, you know. They kind of do. It's true. We do. We do.
And I have to give some credit to people that believe that all of this is going to lead to something that they've been waiting for since the ending of Act 1. And I will speak for a moment about my good friend, people think we're enemies but we're actually friends, Mr. Morge, who has been quite die-hard about the belief that
things
some drama are going to fail here and that Oda's actually going to start writing the story so that there is rising tension and people are going to fail.
I didn't hear about all this.
It is this entire belief that Onigashima is going to fail, and it could fail. But the entire belief is set upon the foundation that Oda messed up in Acts 2 and 3, because having the Straw Hats...
Act 3 has barely started.
Significantly harder to write.
Barely started.
It's a redo of Act 2 and 3 because Oda didn't do it then. It's basically acknowledging the fact that Oda fucked up in Act 2 and 3, but he's Acts 2 and then Act 3 with a flashback, and he's going to fix it here in Onigashima.
Bro.
That things are going to matter, and Oda will...
Look, bro. Look, I've said this before, even in the stream I've said this. You know, the flashback has its issues. The Odin, like, clash with Kaido was weird, and it was rushed, and it was awkward. Like, I get that. But are we going to ignore the boiling that was fucking dope? Are we going to ignore the Roger and Whitebeard? Like, he laughed panel? That chapter was one of the best chapters we got in forever. Since Im-sama. Like, are we just going to ignore all of that? How could you make such a broad... That's the thing. That's the thing about Drizzt. Like, he makes great points, but then he'll go ahead and sometimes he'll do these broad generalizations and make sweeping assumptions about everything here. How could you color the entire flashback bad? How could you do that when we had all of those great things? And I'm pretty sure he would acknowledge the Whitebeard and Roger stuff was great. And that was half the flashback. If you want to say those two things canceled out and it was just overall like a 7.5 flashback, okay, that's one thing. But if you're saying just because of the couple really bad Odin stuff, with him being dumb, him, you know, not knowing Orochi would betray him, and the whole rushed Kaido situation, if you want to say that just sours the entirety of the backstory, I don't know how that does that for you. I really don't know how that does that for you. Considering how many good fucking things came out of that backstory. I'll give you Act 2. I'll give you Act 2, because Drizzt is right about Act 2. Act 2 was not great. Not great. But Act 3? Nah. Come on. It was not a bad flashback, overall.
Somehow write it so that the Straw Hats are going to be okay, even despite all of the odds. And maybe that's going to happen, and it will be entertaining from that aspect. But I want to warn people who are putting their hopes on that happening to validate and justify what you're seeing here. When that doesn't happen, are you still...
Oh, leaving me in suspense, Sen. I see you in the chat too, Sen. Appreciate this thread of videos, by the way. It's giving me some content. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and start at the beginning.
Maybe that's going to happen, and it will be entertaining from that aspect. But I want to warn people who are putting their hopes on that happening to validate and justify what you're seeing here. When that doesn't happen, are you still going to make up? Are you still going to try and make it seem like it's okay? Because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. People are probably excited about this chapter, you know, blah, blah, blah. It didn't have Zoro in it, so, you know, it can't be higher than a 7, obviously.
Fucking Drizzt, yo. Oh my god, dude. Didn't have Zoro.
I am so happy that One Piece, for me, I came to the realization of what it was a while ago. Because if I was as invested in One Piece as I was at the beginning of Wano, where I tried to refresh my mindset after the fucking that I got on a Whole Cake Island in part of Reverie, if I was still as interested in One Piece as I was then, and I looked to One Piece for my primary enjoyment, I would be angry to a degree that I could not state with what's happening in the story right now. I'm able to look at it now. I'm being serious now. I try to be playful with it because, you know, whatever. It helps ease the pain. But
bro, this man is too extra. He's too overdramatic. That's all this is. This is theater right here. Oh, the pain that One Piece has caused me by not being as good as I wish it were. Oh, the humanity. Bro, it's not that serious, man. It's not that serious. There was one part that I'm not gonna let go. Like, I know where you're coming from. Like, let me just say, I come with this response and this reaction from a place of respect and love, because Drizzt is awesome. Drizzt is awesome. I definitely recommend, like I said before, anyone just joining us, link in my description, you subscribe to Drizzt. Everyone do so, please. But the thing about Drizzt, I'm not going to forget that he just said, like, he got fucked by Whole Cake. Okay, there were problems in Whole Cake. Alright, he didn't like Whole Cake. But then the Reverie? The Reverie? You had problems with the Reverie? Bro, how could you ever be happy if you could not appreciate how great the Reverie was? It was short, granted, but for what it was, how good it was, how on earth can you not at the very least respect the Reverie? Hold on, we got a new follower. Thank you, TTV Iceboy 112. All right, how to do the little dance, of course. Anyone on YouTube that's not following on Twitch or vice versa, be sure to do so. I'm streaming on both platforms currently. So yeah. What was I saying? Fuck, what was I saying? The Reverie. Bro. The Reverie? The Reverie? Come on, bro. The Reverie was too cold. Come on. But let's go.
Of a series, then you don't deserve the good, as all basic white girls say.
What did he say? Hold on a second.
Now, I try to be careful with it because, you know, whatever, it helps ease the pain. But if you can't stick through the hard times of a series, then you don't deserve the good, as all basic white girls say. And I will stick through this, but One Piece has reached Naruto levels for me.
Oof.
Personally.
Hold on a second. I gotta. Yo, thank you very much for the follow, damn lazy mofos. Much appreciated, dude. Hold on a second, my shit's. There we go. I didn't get a chance to dance. Bro, Naruto levels? That's fucking. Bro, that's fucking. Hold on a second. It's fucking cap. It's fucking cap. I don't care. Bro, Naruto levels? Naruto levels? Are we just gonna ignore the downright shenanigans of that war? We're just gonna ignore Kaguya? Bro, One Piece ain't pull a Kaguya. Don't even fucking come at me like that. One Piece did not pull a fucking Kaguya. Now you're just fucking capping right now, dude. Big time cap time, bro. Fuck out of here, Cap. Cap, be gone. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. All right, hold on. Let's continue. Let's continue. That was crazy though. That was Yo, Cap Sama.
Perhaps there's a reason.
Hey man.
That One Piece sales
I gotta keep it on.
As good as
it's
they've
Cap
been in
Sama.
the past, and they've been consistently going down. Maybe there's.
Bro, this man's acting like One Piece is struggling. Bro, this man's the sales are going down. It's like fucking. I don't even know the sales numbers exactly, but it's like in second place. It's behind Yametsu no Kaiba, and that's it. It's not like it's struggling. Like One Piece is out here with fucking bowl like. Can I have some more sales, please, sir? Please, sir. I can barely afford to eat. Please. I cannot afford anything. We're slumming it out in these streets. Please. Like, really? Come on, bro. It's not like, I mean, it's fallen at the it has fallen, but it's not like One Piece is not like second place out of all the manga out there. That's crazy. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. See, I'm keeping Capsum on as long as the cap keeps continuing. So,
college or do whatever you want, and then you see on Facebook that they're just like a complete bum or like they're a drug addict or something like that, and you're just like, man, I used to be friends with that guy. That's what it's like looking at One Piece right now.
The analogy. The fucking analogy. Oda is a crack addict, ladies and gentlemen. Oda used to be clean. Oda used to have a bright future ahead of him. I knew him well. And now Oda is fucking shooting up in the streets. Fucking doing that. Fucking snorting the angel dust, apparently. Because Wano has not been a 10 out of 10. Or like an 8 out of 10. It's been like, in his mind, probably about... I don't want to give him... I don't want to put words in his mouth. I don't know what he rates Wano. It seems like he likes Act 1. Definitely despises Act 2 and does not like Act 3 so far. So I'll say maybe he thinks it's like a 4 or 5 out of 10. Maybe. I don't know. I don't want to speak for him. Right? But is that really like the man's doing angel dust on the street sucking dick for coke? Like, is that the equivalent that you really want to put out there? Is that the analogy you want to put out there? All right. Cap. I might need a cap emote.
And for people who are
I wish I have a cap emote.
sure, I get this in
maybe that's the next one.
Quite literally every single video that I put out. Every single video that I put out without fail. But why don't you just drop it? You don't like One Piece, you don't have to read it.
Yeah, I don't like that argument either. I don't like that argument.
What's the ideology that all fans of every sport have? Why are there still Cleveland Brown fans? Why are there still Lion fans?
Bro, I'm a Jets fan. I'm a Jets fan. I'm a Mets fan. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a Rangers fan. Bro, my entire life, I've only witnessed one championship from any of my teams. One. That was in '94 with the Rangers. The Rangers got to the Stanley Cup Finals after that. The Mets made the World Series a couple times, but that's about it. That's all I've gotten, my dude. So I know struggle. I know where he's going with this. Like, oh, you gotta stick with your team in bad times or good. And that's the truth. I'm a Mets fan for life. I'm a Jets fan for life. But that doesn't mean, and I'll defend Drizzt from this perspective. Just because I'm a Jets fan, right? And I support the team to the end. But that doesn't mean I can't criticize the team and be like, oh, man, hey, get a fucking offensive line, dude. Hey, Knicks, can you please, get a competent starting point guard? You know what I'm saying? Can we please maintain a coach for more than 2 years? Can we develop our young guys? Can we not overspend for over the hill players? Things like that. You can make criticisms. Doesn't mean you don't love the team or wish the best for them. So I understand exactly where he's coming from here. I know where he's going with this.
Why don't they just stop watching football because their hometown and favorite team isn't doing that well?
Hold on, we got a new follower. Yo, thank you. This is Droid C, man. Much appreciated. Thank you for the follow, dude. 1,000 followers. Big giveaway, by the way.
One Piece. Overall as a series. But to say... Snickers, I'm trying to speak.
This cat is loud as fuck.
I was on a roll.
He named his cat Snickers.
Forget you.
Yo, alright.
I have been a part of this community for numerous years. If I did not have the friends and connections that I had now, if I wasn't a part of a community that I think is the best that I've been of every single community that I have, if I was only reading One Piece by myself alone, then yes, I probably would have stopped the reading and maybe picked it up at a later point in time. But things are much greater than one thing. It's the sum of the whole that matters. So no, I'm not going to drop One Piece, and people who make the argument have no idea what they're talking about. And this is why we need discussion.
All right, we're gonna watch one more of these Drizzt videos
And
in this thread.
To make it clear, there probably.
Let me pause this. Let's go ahead and how many more are left? There are 2 more left. All right, we'll watch the 2, and then we'll wrap up this portion of the video, and we'll move on to the next video.
Myself alone, then yes, I probably would have stopped the reading and maybe picked it up at a later point in time.
This is just
but
a
things are much
continuation.
greater than one thing. It's the sum of the whole that matters.
All right.
So no, I'm not going to drop One Piece. If people make the argument, have no idea.
Really quick, Droid C. I'm looking at the comments while watching the video. Droid C, if you want to put a recommendation for a One Piece or anime-related reaction, tag me on Twitter. You can see my name over here. You can see my name literally underneath my camera here, at ZoroFanboy124 on Twitter, okay? And tag me, or you can DM me, whatever is convenient for you, man.
And this is why we need discussion. And to make it clear, there probably have been worse chapters than this chapter in Wano.
Yeah, the Big
like
Mom chapter.
Some of the Odin ones, because it ruined the entire core themes of the story.
All right.
But
it wasn't that bad.
Please, people, you deserve better. Demand more from people. If you honestly told me this is what the writing expectations were for you going into Wano, then, you know, that's fine. There is nothing wrong with enjoying something. Your enjoyment of something is something that I can't take away. And if you want that enjoyment validated, then that is completely fine. But I hold One Piece, or held at one point in time, I held One Piece to a higher standard. Because I believed One Piece was a series that could go above and beyond and could be viewed critically and praised critically after looking at it. But if you just enjoy One Piece just to enjoy it, there is nothing wrong with that. But you cannot expect me to validate those opinions whenever I don't look at the series the same as you. I look at the series from a serious perspective, critically, because I want better for the story.
I love that sneak diss right there, bro. I love the sneak diss. If you enjoy the story just to enjoy it, great, that's your opinion. However, I like to look at it from an objective standpoint and a critical standpoint. That's kind of a sneak diss. Like, I read the story with with a critical mind, unlike some people. That was funny. That was kind of funny. I noticed that little sneak diss. Oh shit, we got a new sub. Yo, Penguino, man, much appreciated for the subscription. Welcome to the crew. All right. We are only 10 subs away from our big giveaway, so if you want to support the stream, support the Twitch, we are literally only 10 subs away. That seems like it's it. He seems like he's out. There's one video left, but I mean, what else is there left to be said? Well, we'll see what the last part is here.
Or some, because of, maybe husband. But she's too afraid to say anything, and she doesn't want to divorce him because of, maybe he'll get better. Maybe I can fix him. You see,
yo, this man really made an analogy that Oda is an abusive husband in a horrible relationship. Yo, straight cap. Yo, Drizzt got the cap no me right now. That's crazy to me. Like an abusive husband. Wano has been maybe like a little less better than we would have hoped for. Oh, he's an abusive husband. He's it's Naruto levels of bad. Like, you can only take hyperbole so much. That's the thing. That's the thing about Drizzt, because there are so many great points that he makes. There are really some great points that he makes, and valid points, and things you have to really kind of consider and be like, he has a solid point. But then he goes to the hyperbole, and then he takes it too far. And he goes, oh, therefore, this is as bad as the Kaguya reveal, or therefore, this is as bad as an abusive husband that beats his wife. That's basically what he's saying. And I'm not putting words in his mouth. That's what he's saying. And that's a little bit. That's a bit of a hyperbole, It's a little bit That's too far, man. You can have criticisms without, like, you know, completely slandering the series, throwing it under the bus.
That has so much, just so much potential, and then nothing happens, and it gets worse. And
Nothing
worse,
happens. Nothing's happened.
And it keeps.
Nothing's happened in Wano, and it's only gotten worse and worse. Wano's only gotten worse and worse. We're just gonna ignore all the amazing things in Wano. All of them. It's only gotten worse and worse. Okay?
He keeps dangling the bait in front of you. Well, what if I did this? Oh, your mind's going this way, huh? And then boom. Just pulls the rug out from under you.
He seems hurt. Like that. This is definitely the tone of someone who feels like they have been betrayed by the person that they care about the most. I get that. I feel the pain. Has Oda lived up to the Wano that I expected? Probably not, to be fair. But it's not too far off. And we're in the final act. This is when all the good stuff's going to happen. Well, we assume we're in the final act. It could be 5 acts, it could be 4 acts. We don't know, right? It seems like we're reaching the conclusion, right? So, like I said, Drizzt brings up some really good points, and you have to tip your cap to Drizzt. But he takes it a little farther than maybe I would. But there we go. That was Dritzt's video. He definitely brings up some good points. Like I said before, support Drizzt. Link down in the description to his channel. I definitely recommend it. For all my fun little pokes at him, the dude is really, really cool. Really funny, really entertaining, and I definitely recommend you all check him out. So yeah, let me go ahead and just check what the chat's saying. I didn't get a chance to really look at it. Caboose says Wano isn't even over, and no climax is even there. Yes, climax of the story is 9 out of 10 times at the halfway point. It's okay. Damn Lazy Mofo says he makes it sound like One Piece gave him the Squardo treatment. That's still my guy, though. Yeah, he seems genuinely like pained by what Oda has done to him. I get it. Sen, what's up, Sen? Sen says who's responsible for this thread. Oda is to blame a bit for saying it would blow Marineford out of the water. That is an issue. You don't want to set expectations too high and then let your fan base down. That much is very true. Very true. Very true. So yeah, let me just full screen this so I can read comments. Yeah, let me read some comments. Ban Captain Drizzt Zangetsu. Damn, you guys are really cap no me. Damn. All right. So there we go. So we started with Drizzt. Let me just turn off my my screen share for a moment while I look at some of the tweets that you guys have sent me, because I got a few of them. Give me one moment. If my shit will let me do that. Okay. Let's just turn off the display capture for a second while I read the comments and check my Twitter, see what we got in terms of potential new videos. Oh, we got quite a few requests here. Well, I can't do an AMV, so I apologize, Droid, for the sake of copyright problems. I don't want to do any music, any potential music or animation from the anime, because I don't want the potential for any like copyright claims. That's why I'm choosing people that I kind of know, because I think they're not going to strike me down for looking at their videos. So yeah, there's quite a few videos here. Wow, there's a lot of videos you guys posted. Matthew, Big Mom Pirates are misunderstood. Allegedly, when it comes to Wano, is it King of Lightning? Is that a King video? Oh, let me see real quick. It looks like a King of Lightning thumbnail. One moment. Oh, it's JoyBoy. Another JoyBoy video.
So,
I already have a JoyBoy video queued up, so that we're gonna check that out in a moment. Luffy's new power. What is Yamato's plan? All right, we'll see if we have time to get to some of these. We'll see if we have time. But okay, so Sen says Drizzt definitely takes it too harsh sometimes, but there are valid points, and even if people disagree, you should listen to. No, like there are things that I did definitely agree with Drizzt, but he definitely takes it too far. But even if he does, you have to listen to people that you disagree with sometimes. That's kind of the point of having a discourse. If you only listen to people you agree with all the time, then you're never going to like have your thoughts challenged, your opinions challenged. And not everyone's looking to have their opinions challenged, I understand that. But I find it interesting to kind of have that back and forth of like, okay, this person's saying something that I fundamentally disagree with. Is there something that they have to their argument, or are they just capping? And a lot of times, Drizzt, he be wearing the cap, no me. But there are some times where you're like, okay, he definitely reshaped my thoughts on this or that. And you need to do that sometimes, you know? So this is the whole point of doing this kind of video series, is to have new perspectives, new opinions. But okay, so next video, guys, we have a few potential options. I'll let you guys vote in the chat. So we have the Joy Boy Theory video, God Mode Zoro. We have JD's video, Enough is Enough. I think you guys wanted Enough is Enough first, so I might just do that. But I'll let you guys revote. And then there are a couple of other videos here that were tagged to me. I don't know too many of these. Matthew tagged a bunch. What is Yamato's plan? Are they all Joy Boy videos? Give me 1 second, guys. How Kaida will lose? Whose video? Whose channel is this? Oh god, that's gonna give me copyright. Hold on 1 second. Doesn't show the person's name over here. I gotta freaking search them up. 1 moment. Yeah, no, vote now. Vote now, and I'll get to your. Yeah, either JD, God Mode Zoro, or fan request. So put that down in the comments, because there are a couple different options for fan requests. There's like 5 videos. Hold on, pause. Dude, can you pause? It's not pausing. Come on, dude. Pause. This is a Ragnar video. Okay. Interesting. I could check that out. How Kaido will lose is an option. Totally not Mark. Is that a video or just a channel? I'm looking specifically for videos to react to, not just people. The conclusion of Big Mom is an option. There's a few other videos here. Right now, everyone's saying JD. Let me go ahead and check the YouTube comments as well. Yeah, everyone's saying JD. Man. Definitely. All right. So I guess that's what we're doing. Yeah, everyone is saying JD. Oh, we got Sierra in the comments. What's up, Sierra? Do my One Piece Guardians of... Hold on. Oh, you're trying to... Sierra's like, hey, why don't you check out my video? Hey. I'll say this, at the very least, guys. Everyone in this comment section here should definitely subscribe to Sierra the Goat, regardless of whatever video I might react to. Okay, she's amazing. Do my One Piece Guardian of the Galaxy AMV. See, the thing is, I can't do AMVs because of copyright. Like, I'm scared of copyright. I literally just have, anyone just joining us, my channel is officially deleted. My Zoro Fanboy 124 has finally bit the dust. And it's sad to say this. It makes me sad to have to announce that. I figured out right before I started streaming today, so I'm a little emotional. I'm a little emotional, man. But it is what it is. We live and we learn. We move on. So yeah. Oh, you just finished a Vinland episode. Oh, Vinland Saga is so good. But yeah. I know about Mr. Morge, but I'm looking for specific videos. If you guys want to, you can still request videos. And just when you request a video, just tag me. You can see my Twitter underneath my camera, below me, at ZoroFanboy124. Just put the person's name, the channel name, so I know who they are. Because I'm more likely to react to someone I know who won't strike me down. as opposed to someone who won't. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Play Central, Zoro, what's good? Yo, hope all is well with you, dude. Is that Anime Central? Is that Anime Central? By the way, you can react to AMVs if you streamed only to Twitch. Sorry about your channel, bro. Much appreciated. I know that. I know Twitch is okay with that. But with YouTube, obviously, I'm being very careful. I literally just got monetization for my channel. So, yeah, man. Thank you for the Fs. I appreciate it. Yeah. I've been watching since you did Akira. Oh my god, you watched my... Wait, since I did my Akira live reaction? Like the movie? Oh my, how long ago was that? That was... Wow. Many, many years ago, dude. I feel old. I feel like an old man right now. Damn. Anyway, it is what it is. We're gonna get to the JD video right now. Have a good day, have a good day, page 1. Take care. Wow. That movie's amazing. I loved reacting to it. That's been a long time. Jesus Christ. All right. So without further ado, we're gonna get started here. Let me just pull up the video. Enough is enough. I'm very excited about this. I know this is about Sanji. At the very least, I know that's what this is about. So this is gonna be fun. Hopefully the video does not buffer. Hey! Oh, Play Central, man. Much appreciated. Thank you for the subscription, dude. Yo. Much appreciated, man. Now we're only, I believe, 9 subs away from actually hitting our goal of 50 subs, which will proc a sub giveaway. So if you guys want to be part of the sub giveaway, we're only 9 subs away. You have a chance of potentially getting a tier 3 sub or a Steam gift card. So if you have any interest in that, definitely hit that subscribe button on Twitch. But with that being said, let's go ahead and put the display capture back up and running. All right, let's go ahead and react to JD's video here. Let's minimize this and pull this up. I love the freeze frame right here on JD's face. Yeah, look at this. Hold on. Let's make this a little larger. All right, here we go. Enough is enough. Here we go. JD Legend. Like I said before, guys, if you don't know JD Legend, you're missing out. Oh, is it playing? Pause, dude, pause. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time.
It's time to pause.
An issue that
pause.
Has been a
pause. Hold on. Pause.
In this community.
Link in the description to JD Legend, man. He is in fact a legend.
And this is something that I've been wanting to do for a very long time.
I might have to do full screen because every time I do a minimize it, it lags.
You know what I'm about. You know who I support. No matter what. And that is Sanji Vinsmoke. And we're going to talk about Sanji Vinsmoke. And we're going to talk about the baseless, unmitigated slander towards this character that sickens me to my core. And all the baseless claims and foolishness that comes out of people's mouths on a daily basis about this character. And one, honestly, you guys understand. Oh, Jay, you're so biased. Listen, I don't care. I do what I want. This is my channel. I'm going to do what I want. So if you don't like it...
Hey, man. Oh, buffer.
If you don't want to hear about Sanji, if you don't want to hear any sort of defense about Sanji, you want to know what you should do? You should go down to my video. You should hit that dislike button and let me know that I have power over you because...
51 people hit that dislike button and should realize that they have power, or he has power over them. 51 people are salty. Look, let me just say, this is probably going to be a pro Sanji video, as you can see. Sanji's my second favorite Straw Hat. I'm excited to see the rant, but I'm not going to lie. As a Zoro fan, there is going to be just a smidgen, just a little taste, just a little something, it's a little taste of sweetness to the bitterness being introduced here. I'm just a little bit of satisfaction. Only a fraction. Only a very minute amount. But it'll be there. And I'm very excited. So here we go.
Because you went out of your way to dislike this video simply because of a fictional character that I like. Therefore, you are the loser. Okay?
He spit facts.
Let's not sugarcoat anything. You are the loser.
I love the little screen wipe.
So for me,
I was good at it. Alright, loading.
Baseless slander of Sanji. Listen, we know what Sanji was pre-time skip. Sanji pre-time skip was the GOAT. Okay, for me, the clutch moments.
Alright. Was he though?
Mr. Prince, we had the moment, I just needed you to light my cigarette as he destroyed Enel's
that was
entire
good. That was good.
ship that he was supposed to go to Fairy Earth and Skypiea. Excellent series, right? Excellent moment. We have Sanji saving Usopp. We have Sanji beating Jabra. We have Sanji learning his devil leg techniques.
I'm gonna be honest about the Jabra fight. And honestly, to be fair, not only the Jabra fight, but the Kaku fight as well. For as good as Enies Lobby is, and it's my favorite arc in all of One Piece, and yes, I consider Water 7 and Enies Lobby to be one arc. It's one arc. It's the same thing. It's the same arc. Alright? As good as that arc is, those two fights are massively underwhelming. Massively. Like, legitimately. I'm gonna be real. Like Chopper versus Kumadori had kind of more hype around it. More danger to it than those two fights. Jabra fight kind of sucked. Because the entire time Jabra was like, trying to pretend like he's not a bad guy. He made up that whole story about, Nico Robin is my long-lost sister or some shit. Like, he was trying to trick Sanji the entire time. It wasn't that good of a fight. It really wasn't. I'm all for comedy kind of mixed in with the action, right? But given the circumstance of the intensity of the moment, I just felt like it was misplaced. And same thing with the Kaku fight. The Kaku fight was just not amazing to me. It really wasn't. It was okay. But like, as much as I like, fucking Pasta Machine, like, come on. As much as I like Pasta Machine, let's be honest, it didn't really add to the threat level of the situation. Am I wrong? So, I mean, you can say, okay, Mr. Prince was dope. I'll give you that. I'll even give you, in the same arc, I'll even give you Sanji going off on his own after Robin was rescued and open up the gates of justice. That was dope. Him going on his solo mission. He basically helped the crew escape. He deserves that recognition. I'll give you that. But let's not act like the Jabra fight was like world beater. Because quite honestly, I don't know, like, it was not that good. It really wasn't. In all honesty, I can't think of a single Sanji fight that really was dope. Like incredibly dope. I like the Kurobi fight in the Arlong Park. That's pretty much it. Mr. 2 was lame because it was another situation where Mr. 2... I mean, it was okay. It was pretty good. But there was the situation where Mr. 2's changing his face to look like Nami, and there was that whole gag. The Mr. 2 and Sanji shit was mad kind of lame to me. Because it was all based off a similar thing with the Jabra thing. It's like, playing jokes in the middle of it, trying to trick Sanji. Like, come on, what's that? What's that all about? Thriller Bark, he didn't really get a fight. I mean, he did, but it was against a scrub. He got moments, but, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, his fights have been generally underwhelming in the story. And I blame that on Oda more than anything.
Diabo Jambe, the backstory, him feeding Gin.
That was dope. That was dope.
Like, there's so many moments. Sanji versus Bon Clay was clean. Nobody talks about that fight.
It was not clean. JD, that's... JD, bro. Bro. That is fucking... That is cap. I'm sorry. Am I the only one? That fight was not that good. Are we just gonna ignore Bon Clay turning into Nami and Sanji unable to kick him because of that? That gag? That was stupid. Stupid. Fucking Bon Clay putting on swan shoes to extend his legs. Am I supposed to be hype about swan shoes? Don't get me wrong, Bon Clay is forever my GOAT. I love Bon Clay. I wouldn't say he's the GOAT, but Bon Clay is forever GOATed. And deserves that title. This ain't a criticism of Bon Clay, but let's not act like the choreography of the fight was just, oh, amazing. Oh my god. Fucking incredible. Who's trying to text me right now? Who's trying to text me? Don't be texting me in the middle of this. Come on. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Let's... Bon Clay. Bon Clay. Come on.
It was clean. We love Bon Clay so much.
We do.
Can't give Sanji credit for that.
Well, we love Bon Clay not because of what happened in Alabasta. Well, partly. We'll say we love Bon Clay because of the end of Alabasta, where he tricked the Marines and Hina into capturing him instead of the Straw Hats, and then what happened in Impel Down. That's why people love Bon Clay. Not because Bon Clay turned his face into Nami and fucking... You know what I'm saying? Go away, McAfee. Yeah, nah, fuck that. Come on. That's ridiculous. Bro, are you gonna go away? Alright, fuck it. I'm just gonna ignore you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Come on.
Fight? I guess not. I guess not. You see, a lot of you always tell me the same thing. Sanji pre-time skip was the GOAT, but now Sanji just trash. I don't like Sanji. Listen.
I don't think Sanji post-time skip is trash. I don't think so. Yes, this is Cap Sama. If anyone doesn't know, I've introduced a new wrinkle into the channel. This is forever Cap Sama when someone is capping. And I had to put it on for that Bon Clay comment. It had to be done. Had to be done. I got this hat at Disney, actually. It's actually Mickey Mouse with a microphone. It's actually pretty dope. I got this at Disney, like, I don't even know how many years ago. Like, 7 years ago? See, like, Mickey Mouse? Hope Disney doesn't claim this because I'm showing a Mickey Mouse hat. It's actually pretty dope. But yeah. Cap Sama. Right now. But I don't have a problem with Sanji post time skip. Outside of the overuse of his gag. And especially during Fishman Island with the nosebleeds. That's the only thing that has been, like, egregious when it comes to Sanji noticeably post time skip. That's a difference from pre-time skip.
Listen. You never loved the character to begin with. I love Sanji because I loved him. I loved his character. I love who he is. Mm-hmm. Now, everyone's like, oh, the gags. I don't like the gags. The gags bother me all the time. Sanji's such a pervert. And then you go around and say the same thing. How could Sanji not kick Khalifa for the sake of his crew? Oh my god, if it was me, I would have beat the shit out of that woman. You domestic abuser, misogynist, bigot.
Bigot?
Listen.
Look. I get where he's coming from. Like, Sanji's been consistent with his character about not kicking women his entire One Piece career. Okay, we get that. But the criticism comes from the fact that is not from the fact that he's not consistent. That's not the issue here. The issue is what he ultimately values is contradicted by his actions. Right? If he ultimately cares about the well-being of women, if Sanji ultimately cares about the well-being of women, if that's his ultimate goal, and seeing women thrive and women succeed as they well should. Shout out to my queens in the chat. Shout out to all my queens. Right? They should thrive. But that being said, in his lobby, him not doing what he needed to do against Khalifa, him not doing at the very least something to, like, you know, non-lethally, like, incapacitate her, threatened the person that he cared about the most in Robin. His actions could have indirectly or directly led to Robin being taken away forever. And that's where the hypocrisy comes in. Because if you're not willing to kick a woman, to save someone that you generally care about? What are your ideals ultimately worth if they don't do the thing that you want them to do? It sounds selfish, and it sounds contradictory, and that's my point. There we go.
You cannot slander Sanji for being a simp and saying he does not respect women, and then in turn get mad at Sanji for not hitting a woman for his morals that his only male father figure gave him. Do you understand how stupid you guys sound? Do you understand how stupid you guys sound? And don't give me the context. I don't want to hear that because so many units. Man, me, bro, I'm a man of my moral code. It's all me, bro. Listen, I'm real 100%. If I have a moral code and I'm just built different, not everybody gonna understand me, but I'm built different. So I'm gonna do what I want. You know what I'm saying? Because I live my life the way I want to live my life. But the moment Sanji does it in a tough situation where he still sticks to his morals because he's a grown ass man, all of a sudden it's a problem because he didn't kick Khalifa under fucking.
All right. Everyone go ahead and subscribe to this man. Link in the description. JD Legend, bro. He's fucking hilarious. We all know this. This is a criminal. It's a criminal act. Let me just say this on stream to the world. This is a criminal act that JD only has 3.67 thousand subscribers. It is fucking criminal. Criminal. With a capital fucking C. This man deserves at the least 10,000 subs. At least. Yesterday. Fucking yesterday. He's got the entertainment value on to 11. He's wrong in a lot of what he's saying right here. Let's be real. Let's be real. It's not about having a moral code. We respect the moral code. And he's consistent with that moral code. But the fact of the matter remains. His actions. He needed to get that key. And he put his... Not only did he put Robin in danger by not willing to do what he needed to do to secure that key. Not only did he put Robin in danger, but he put everybody else, including Nami, in danger. The entire Straw Hat crew. In massive danger by not doing that. Because then Nami had to pick up the weight and fight Khalifa. What happens if Nami's unable to beat Khalifa and Khalifa kills Nami? Sanji is directly responsible for that death, all because of his code. And if his code is ultimately there for the sake of protecting the women's, all the queens out there, which he should do, then his code ain't worth shit. And that's the point. That's the point. It's not that we don't respect him for having a code and for sticking to that code and being built different. It's that his code is fucking stupid, and given the circumstances, yes, contact matters. It matters. Like if you're someone that says, I will never hit women, or I've never hit X or Y or Z in any circumstances in a real life scenario, and that very same person that you said you'd never hit is coming at you with a knife, am I supposed to respect you if you're like, stab me if you wish, but I will never go against my code? As you're being stabbed to death, am I supposed to respect you? No, not really.
Are you serious? Are you serious? You have a problem with that? Listen, these are the same niggas that will go on Twitter and simp any reasonable looking woman online every day. No. Hey, monetization. Whoa. Dive bombing shamelessly. Monetization.
Jay, come on, man. Monetization, help me out, man. Trying to get me with that yellow monetization symbol. Calm down. What's her name? C2? C2, I think her name is. Come on, man.
Pics and all kinds of wild things. But then you'll get mad at Sanji for simping in the same thing. You do realize Sanji is more than just a simp. Sanji has more to his character than just being a simp. But you hate that behavior. But then you engage in that behavior. At the same time, you're a hypocrite. You stink. You need to get your life together. You need to understand that, again, it is what it is. Everyone has their rules. Listen, people like to mention all the negative things about Sanji. Listen, We all have horrible things about us. If you were to make a list about the terrible things that I am, terrible things that I do, oh Jay, you're loud, you're petty, you always yell over people when you have discussions. Why can't you just be quiet? Why are you so loud all the time? Listen, I don't give a damn what you think. Okay? I don't care, because I'm going to do what I want at the end of the day, and I know who I am, and I know what makes me a good person, and I know what is good about me. But for some reason, you don't want to do that with Sanji. But you want to do that with everybody else. You cool with Usopp being a scaredy cat and never being a grown-ass man ever. You cool with him abandoning Robin randomly at Dressrosa.
No.
You cool
Hold
with
on.
him
Pause.
fighting his own captain over a ship
Pause.
that was
Pause. Hold on. I was never cool with any of that shit. I was on Team Zoro for obvious reasons when he called out Usopp when Luffy just wanted to go back and be like, hey, we had our fight, let's get Usopp. He was practicing his speech, let's go get him back. And Zoro was like, you fucking kidding me? This man disrespected you, questioned your authority, challenged you to a duel, and lost the duel full well knowing the results, or full well knowing the price that needed to be paid if they were to lose said duel. I don't understand how people can defend Usopp in that situation. Whether or not the Merry, whatever the case may be with the Merry, Usopp was being hard-headed, he was being idiotic, understandable from an empathetic standpoint, we get that. But Usopp was wrong at the end of the day. We all know this. The Merry could barely sail and it literally fell apart. Usopp was wrong with a capital W. With a capital W. And Zoro was right to call his ass out. Because even if Usopp was right about the Merry, even if he was, which I won't grant because I don't think he was, but even if Usopp was right about the Merry, the way that he went about it, well, first off, let me just say this, Luffy was in the wrong too. The way he came at Usopp saying, oh, by the way, we're getting rid of the Merry, he said it very flippantly. He said it very matter-of-factly, and that was wrong. He should have had a little bit more of empathy towards Usopp when he was dropping the news. Right? And then Luffy said some shit that he definitely regretted as well. We get that. But Usopp going and challenging Luffy to a duel, going against his captain's decisions, bro, there's a hierarchy. There's a chain of command, and you don't question the captain. You don't do that. And if you do, you better come back and apologize first and not expect us to be like, oh, now we're cool. Now we're all good. Nah, Usopp. So I don't defend Usopp in that situation. And and he needs to work on the cowardice stuff, but that's his character arc, I've got no problems with that. That's just a matter of him, that's his whole goal is to not be a coward. Sanji's goal isn't to, learn how to, get rid of his women thing, right? So it's not really the same. But let's go back real quick, because I missed some parts.
Terrible things that I do. Oh, Jay, you're loud, you're petty, you always yell over people when you have discussions. Why can't you just be quiet? Why are you so loud all the time? Listen, I don't give a damn what you think. Okay? I don't care, because I'm going to do what I want at the end of the day, and I know who I am, and I know what makes me a good person, and I know what is good about me. But for some reason, you don't want to do that with Sanji. But you want to do that with everybody else. You cool with Usopp being a scaredy cat and never being a grown-ass man ever. Nope. You cool with him abandoning Robin randomly at Dressrosa. Oh,
that was another thing I forgot to mention. That, you guys have my live reaction. Oh, well, I was going to say my live reaction is up for you guys to check about my reaction to that. But no, my channel's down, so no, you can't see that. But anyone who remembers my live reaction to that, I gave Usopp shit for that. Gave him the utmost shit for that. Right? And I do understand, because of the homies, he had forgotten Robin, or not because of the homies, because of Sugar, rather, he had forgotten that Robin existed and all that stuff. I get all that, but at the time of the chapter, I gave him the utmost shit for that. So, we're not playing different things for different people. It's fine for a character to have their own particular thing that they do, or character trait that's specific to them. But if it's something that's silly that ends up jeopardizing the crew, then it's right to call it out. In Usopp's case, you call it out. In Sanji's case, you call it out, like I just did with Enies Lobby. So,
you cool with that?
Consistency.
You cool with him fighting his own captain over a ship that was going to die regardless? You cool with that?
That was wrong. Oh, copyright!
Listen.
Skipping.
Keep the same energy. And let's get to this foolishness in Whole Cake Island. Listen, as a Sanji fan, Whole Cake Island isn't exactly what I wanted.
I can see the pain. Just look at the pain. Just look at the pain in his eyes, bro. Just look at the pain and suffering that he had to deal with.
Listen, I wanted a Sanji fight. Sanji has always been a combatant. He was introduced to us as a combatant when you saw what happened with Gin and the food and Don Krieg and all the fancy stuff. Yes, it was cool. Kicking style, wonderful. Arlong Park, Korobu, amazing. Bon Clay, amazing. Listen, Sanji has had very...
All right, come on. Come on, What? Are we really going back to this Bon Clay stuff? I'll give you Gin. That Gin fight was godlike. But this man better not say, oh, the fight with Bon Clay is amazing. This man better not say, oh, the Pearl fight. The Pearl fight was so out of this world, bro. You better not say some shit like that, man. The Gin fight was good.
Against Jabra. Sanji is a combatant. So, for me, as a Sanji stan, I wanted to see a scrap.
Have a good night, Sierra. Take care.
We didn't really get anything. We got a Speed Bliss moment. We got some observation hockey with Katakuri. And then we got a filler kick in the anime from Daifu. I mean, that was cool, but it is what it is. So a lot of people are like, oh, I'm disappointed that Sanji arc is trash. Listen. You cannot get mad at Sanji, who is...
Pearl was not raw. Not raw at all.
For cooking. I want to repeat this statement one more time. You are upset that the cook of the Straw Hat Pirates...
Oh my god, dude.
Cooked. Maybe I gotta say it 3 times because you niggas clearly don't like to listen.
Right.
You are mad at the cook of the Straw Hat Pirates.
Hold on, let me pause this. I love the scene transitions, the wipes that he uses. They're pretty funny. I agree that him baking a cake wasn't inherently bad. Right? Him baking the cake. This is really hard to keep on my head, by the way, with the headphones on. But we're gonna make it work. All right. So so him baking the cake in of itself wasn't the problem, right? It's fine if they had a plan and it had a purpose, right? He didn't bake a cake just to bake a cake. He didn't bake a cake like, hey guys, everyone's in danger, let's bake a cake. He didn't do that. He did that with a purpose. And what was that purpose? To stop Big Mom. Now, did him baking said cake really succeed in stopping Big Mom? Not really. It helped in distracting her temporarily. It was supposed to, like, the way that they set up the cake, it was supposed to be like she was going to eat it and then fucking pass out. Or she was going to eat it and be in ecstasy so much that she would be out of the fight. Right? If that was the way that they handled it, I would have been perfectly cool with that. That's just as good as a fight to me. But that's not what happened. She baked the cake, and then she was mildly inconvenienced while being led away with the cake, and then she ate the cake, and then like 2 minutes later she was back, still chasing after the Straw Hats, back to normal, with nothing lost on her end. And that's the issue. That's the issue.
Unbelievable behavior. And then on top of that, you're just like, oh, and this is one of the craziest things I've ever heard. Sanji said that he was going to knock out Big Mom, so he should have knocked out Big Mom with his cake.
Who says that?
Okay.
Oh, with the cake, yeah.
Capone said, hey, poison the cake and kill Big Mom. Sanji's like, I cannot soil my integrity as a cook by poisoning this cake. Otherwise, everything that I stood for as a cook would be tarnished.
Right.
He did so. And guess what, guys? When Big Mom ate the cake, she hallucinated, she sang a lullaby, she laid down on her back with hard eyes, and we was reminiscing about everything in her life, all them little kids she ate, all that.
It was a good cake.
That wasn't her mouth.
It was a good cake.
Tried to show us that graveyard or whatever. That was insane. But guess what, guys? Big Mom was knocked out. She wasn't moving for an extended period of time. If I punch you in the throat and you lay on the ground for
an extended period of time. It could be my memory failing me. It could be my memory failing me, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. But as far as I remember it, she was back up like next chapter. She was back up in a minute. She did have the hallucinations. He was correct. She did have that moment of bliss. But he was right back up, or she was right back up right after that. She wasn't knocked out. She didn't like pass out and like take a nap. She was right back in the fight. Correct me if I'm wrong. Am I wrong here? Am I wrong here? She's right back. So that's Super Cap.
For more than 20 seconds, I knocked you out. If a boxer swings on somebody and he falls down to the ground and he's out for the 10 count, what is it called?
Bro.
A knockout. He knocked out Big Mom just because he didn't knock out Big Mom for the whole arc. You really think that a Yonko should get knocked out for an entire arc, or the remainder of an entire arc, because of a cake? You would be okay with that? Really? That's something you'd be okay with?
Bro.
Ridiculous. It doesn't make sense.
That's...
to me. It doesn't.
Bro. That's all right. Let's start with the point of agreement here. He did mildly inconvenience Big Mom, right? It did help to some degree. But saying because he knocked her out for like 10 seconds is the equivalent of like, you know, a boxer being knocked out. It's like saying Jinbei knocked out Big Mom. It's like saying, oh, Brook, when he cut, Zeus, he knocked out Big Mom because for a slight moment he was able to halt her movement. That's really all it was. It was a moment's stall hesitation, which is important. But let's not overvalue the importance of it and say he knocked out Big Mom. That's cap no me, all right? Maybe not as much as Drizzt, but it's close. It was close. That's pretty close.
And you said Sanji did nothing. If it was not for the delay that Sanji had caused,
right,
he wouldn't have been able to save Luffy.
It was an important delay.
And then on top of that, if Big Mom pulled up in that heated battle between the Fisherman Pirates, Germa, everybody, everything would have been over. One Piece would have ended.
Agreed. That we agree with.
So again, what are you talking about? Where are these baseless claims coming from? Listen, just be honest. You have been polluted. Your minds have been corrupted by baseless criticisms of Sanji. Now understand, okay, let's not say baseless, because there are criticisms of Sanji that are deserved. I have been very vocal about the criticisms of Sanji, right? For me, Fishman Island was an abomination. The whole nosebleed gag...
Oh, no. Copyright. Copyright. No. Skip it.
Fine to have these gags, but if you have a character from Pre-Time Skip where we've seen the positive traits, we've seen the seriousness, the tactical mind, the nous, the awareness of his surroundings, that Sanji, where is he at? What happened to him? We got it in Dressrosa a little bit.
Oh my God.
We got it in Punk Hazard when he saved the G5 Marines and Tashigi. That was good. But what's happening is slowly you're devolving Sanji into gags. So I'm like, all right, I'm fine with the gags. Let's see Sanji.
I can't keep the hat on for too much longer.
Where did he go? See, the problem should not be with Sanji, the character. Your problem should be with Oda. Your problem should be with Oda cheating us of the Sanji that he showed us before, because Sanji hasn't changed. He's still the same pre-time skip Sanji. It's just that Oda won't show him no more. So don't hate Sanji. Don't slander Sanji. Understand that Oda just refuses to show us.
He is very right in a respect that Oda has to take responsibility from a meta perspective. From an outside of the story perspective, Oda has to realize that he's overplaying the whole nosebleed card. He's overplaying the whole Sanji perverted card. So in that respect, I understand what he's saying. But from an actual story perspective, the character is still doing these things. So we can't say, oh, we have to put all the blame on Oda. The character doesn't deserve any criticism when the character's still doing what the character's doing in the story, in the canon. So you can't say like, oh, let's take all responsibility off of Sanji, because it's still the character doing it. We can hold both responsible for both, for the situation. But it really is on Oda. I do agree with that for sure.
That's the Sanji that we know is in there, and God help us if he ever shows up again, because I'm praying in Wano we see that Sanji again.
I do too. I
have a lot of niggas that I gotta come after. There's a lot of people that I gotta come after. But you see, this has been my spirit for such a long time.
Okay.
And I'm tired of dealing with the same questions every day. Who's the most trash character in One Piece? Sanji? Sanji? Are you shitting me?
Who says that? Who really says that, though? I have not met a single person that says Sanji's the worst character in One Piece. Not one person who has said that. Maybe there are people like that. Thankfully, I don't follow them. They're trash if they think that. You're telling me Sanji's worse than the Nyaban brothers? You're telling me that Sanji's worse than, like, Foxy? I love Foxy, don't get me wrong. I'm just putting him as an example, okay? Don't kill me, all you Foxy fans out there, okay? But seriously, you telling me Sanji's worse than, like, fucking, I don't know, the Goemon? You're telling me Sanji's worse than Don Krieg? No. The worst character. Worse than Axe D Hand Morgan? Please, come on. No one's saying that with a serious face. And if they are, they're stupid as fuck.
Are you kidding me? You have characters like Chopper.
Oh man, he's going Chopper.
Characters like
Bro, he's slandering Chopper, bro. You don't have to slander Chopper to make Sanji better, dude. Oh my god, dude. Take care, Reddy, bro. Have a good one. That's funny.
Usopp in the series.
Oof.
Characters
You're talking
like
bad
Roger,
about
who does
Usopp.
nothing in the series.
All right, relax.
Your
Relax.
first bet is to go to
Relax.
Sanji, the
Relax.
one who actually still
Relax.
has-
All right, JD. I was with you. I was with you. Hold on. No. JD. You've overstepped your bounds. My guy. We're cool. We are cool. I respect your opinions very much. Subscribe to his channel in the description. But don't you fucking dare come after my girl Robin. Don't you dare. Don't you dare come after my girl Robin. Does she not do enough in the story? Yes. That is true. Do I like Sanji more than Robin? Yes, I do. In fact, I do. But don't you dare consider her one of the worst characters in the story. That's a little much. Chopper, okay, you can have Chopper. you can have Chopper, but don't you dare come after my girl Robin.
Who still have feats? Who still has clutch moments? What was the last clutch Chopper moment? When? Udon prison?
Udon prison.
Got him! Got him! Okay, nigga, cut it out. Cut it out, alright? Listen, it was about you. You know what? I'm not gonna slander Chopper.
You already did. It's too late. You've already done it.
Is that you guys need to stop.
It's time to stop.
I want you guys to understand something.
Okay.
This is very important. I did not mention Zoro one time.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
Not one time.
Here we go.
I was dealing with Sanji slanderers
Here we go.
in general. Zoro stands. I'm not worried about you. Okay.
All right.
Zoro.
All right.
Zoro is always gonna get his shine. Zoro
All right.
will always be stronger than Sanji.
All right.
Zoro will always have a more prevalent role in the plot than Sanji. I understand that. That's why I haven't mentioned it, because I don't care. I don't give a damn what Zoro does. My problem is that people use Sanji as a stepping stool to uplift Zoro when you never had to do that, because Sanji was never above Zoro to begin with in any capacity. There was never a time where anyone believed Sanji was stronger.
I was not expecting this. I was not expecting this. There was never a time in all of One Piece that anyone actually believed that Sanji was stronger than Zoro. That's a quote. Let me hear that one more time. Let me hear this. Let me hear this beautiful take one more time.
As a stepping stool.
One more time.
Uplift Zoro when you never had
Oh, this is my jam.
He was never above Zoro to begin with in any capacity.
Oof, never above Zoro.
There was never a time where anyone believed Sanji was stronger than Zoro. So let that go.
Oof. Ooh. You love to see it. You love to hear it. You love to. All right, for that, no longer have to worry about the cap, JD. You've redeemed yourself. Anything you've said in this video doesn't matter. You are the truth, all truth, and nothing but the truth. King of Lightning, where you at? Are you listening? This man said never stronger. And this coming from a Sanji fan.
Go, let it die.
Let's hear
Just
it.
because they have a rivalry doesn't mean that we can not see that Zoro is clearly stronger and has a more prevalent role in the plot than Sanji. It's very clear, but you niggas don't like to use your brain.
Today's a good day. I may have lost my channel today, but this has put a smile on my face. It puts a smile on my face. Do you hear this? Oh, it really does. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Here we go.
And you make me sick, so stop it. It has to end. And I'm done. Alright? Because for me, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Okay? Because I could go off. I could go more. Because then we can go into the backstory. Because a lot of people say, oh, Sanji's backstory didn't really hit for me.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I will admit, as a Zoro fan, since he extended his olive branch and admitted what we all know, what we all have known, I'll extend an olive branch from the Zoro side in hopes of peace treaty, right? From my side of things, I've always believed that even before we got the Vinsmoke backstory, I've always believed that Sanji's backstory was better than Zoro's. Not even considering the Vinsmoke's backstory, which expanded on his backstory even further. Let's be honest. I'm sorry, guys. Especially in the manga, where we see what Zeph did to keep himself alive, and Sanji, oh, that's incredible. Their relationship is incredible. And don't get me wrong, as much as I love Zoro and his connection with Kuina, they didn't do anything to really showcase Zoro's connection to his master to the same, not even close to the same degree as what Zeph is to Sanji. If Koshiro died tomorrow, like, would you feel anything? Koshiro being Zoro's master, would you feel any sort of, like, oh man, I feel terrible for Zoro? Like, we don't know anything about their relationship. His only role in the story was to build up, the Kuina thing with Zoro. That's it. He was there as like a, as a character buffer. And for that one moment in Alabasta, that's pretty much it. We know very little about him. Although he is connected to Wano, obviously, with the Shimotsuki family. But my point is, yes, Sanji's backstory is better.
I didn't listen. Matter of fact, no. Let's go on. Because now we have to talk about the character. You see, Sanji is the type, and this goes into why he's such a simp, why he has such reverence for women in general. Where people say Sanji doesn't respect women based on their own SJW ideals. Stop it. Please stop. Okay? Stop with the SJW feminism foolishness, because again, Sanji does respect women. Just because he doesn't respect women by your own definition doesn't mean he doesn't respect women. You have to understand something. Sanji will protect a woman to death. Most of you niggas don't have the balls to do that. So I don't know what you're talking about in that sense. But just because Sanji has the classic chivalrous nature of a man who would protect a woman at all costs does not mean he doesn't respect women. I don't know
Agreed.
where the foolishness came from.
I don't know what people who say that.
Because listen,
I agree.
Look at his backstory. Who are his main abusers? What is the gender of the main abusers in Sanji's life? They're all male. His father, his brothers tormented this man's life. And think about child psychology.
True.
Think about what that will do to a child. Not a teenager, an actual 6 to 7 year old child.
Well, Sanji gets his chivalry from Zeph. So I don't think I don't think the Vinsmokes really matter when it comes to his chivalry.
His own father puts a mask on his head, locks him in a cage for God knows how long that was. This is a child we're talking about. Think about the psychological damage that Sanji went through in that moment. And you guys have no empathy for that whatsoever. To me, you're sociopaths. And you're insane. It's ridiculous how you can see that backstory.
Facts.
And not have a slither of empathy for Sanji.
It's true.
And then on top of that, the only people that showed any resemblance of care for Sanji was his mother, who died.
And Reiju.
And no one went to her.
And Beiju.
And his sister, who still made fun of him anyway when he's getting beaten up, to the point where she even realized, I have to save my little brother. Reiju saved Sanji's life. She saved his mind. She saved his kindness. If Sanji would have stayed in that environment for an extended period of time, he would be one of the most hateful human beings to ever exist. But Reiju preserved the kindness of Sanji. 2 women. And if it was not for Zeph, he would have no positive male role model in his life ever. So imagine everything that I've just said. Sanji Women are the pinnacle of empathy, kindness.
All right, so I think he overstated the importance of his brother's and his father's horribleness, which they clearly were, to him developing that to him developing his chivalrous nature, right? I think that when it comes to his perverted nature, we saw that in Whole Cake Island. That's actually a genetic thing. All of his brothers are also very perverted, and also like kind of really are into women in that regard, right? So his perverted nature is actually somewhat of a genetic thing. Seems like everyone in his family, at least his brothers, at the very least, also have that kind of that horn dog in them, so to speak. But when it comes to his actual chivalrous nature and why he treats women the way he does, that came from Zeph specifically. It was stated that Zeph taught him to never kick a woman, right? So I don't think I think that's a little bit of a stretch to say that everything that he learned about protecting women came from his upbringing. His upbringing was sad. It was definitely very good and definitely underrated, but I don't think that's where his chivalrous nature comes from.
Love, care, because that's all Sanji has experienced in regards to women, is love, care, empathy, saving his life, making him feel worthwhile, making him feel like a human being. You saying Sanji doesn't respect women makes no sense at all. It makes zero sense for his character. So then you have that, and then you have Zeph, who taught him how to be a man.
Copyright! No! Copyright! No! Copyright! God damn it! Why are you putting all these clips in here, JD? You're killing me, dude.
One of the biggest commands this man gave him. Don't you ever put
Let's get down to business to defeat the Huns. Sorry,
ever.
I love that song.
Under no circumstances would you ever put your hands on a woman. And then you want him in.
Ironically speaking, that song is has a little bit of sexism involved in it, because that next line is, will they give me, it's to defeat the Huns, will they give me daughters when I asked for sons? So that's kind of, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of a little sexism involved in there, but that's kind of the whole point of the Mulan. But yeah, so that's ironic that he put that clip in there when you know what I'm saying, that exists right there.
You want him to throw all of that away, all that build-up, all that backstory for Khalifa.
It's not for, you're missing the point. JD, you're missing the point.
Unbelievable.
It's not for Khalifa's sake. It's not for Khalifa's sake. It's whether or not Sanji values the lives of the people he cares about most, or his own ideals, and which ultimately matters the most to him. If you're someone, for example, and this is an ethical question, right? There's not one true answer, but people have a right to judge based on the decision that you make. If you're someone, for example, who took an oath of preserving life, right? Under any circumstances, you believe in some sort of practice that means that under no circumstances will you kill anything, whether it be animals or bugs or microorganisms, whatever the case. You'll do everything you can to avoid taking the life of anything else, right? But what if you were guaranteed to save millions to kill one? Would you stick to your ideals to do that? Would you say, okay, I am someone who's agreed to never harm another creature, but I've got fucking Hitler right in front of me. I have a chance to do what needs to be done. Am I not going to take the shot, and should people applaud me for not taking that shot? Because that's my ideals and I'll stick to them? Or should I doom millions and millions of people, potentially people that I know and care about in Sanji's case, all to maintain this particular chivalry that I have for my own values? Now, some people may agree and say that's the right thing to do, is to stick to your values no matter what, even if it's a difficult decision, even if it means damning other people. That's fine. I happen to disagree with that. I happen to think that sticking to your values, even though it vastly risks the lives of the person you're supposed to love in Nami and Robin, these women that you fawn over all the time, and your crewmates, and your captain, and yourself, you're potentially damning all of them just to maintain your ideals. Now, It really depends from a person-to-person perspective whether or not that's admirable. I don't think it is. I don't think it is. But that's me. It's not about Khalifa. She's just she's like the Hitler of this scenario I'm bringing up, right? It could have been someone else. It could have been another female. It didn't have to be Khalifa, right? It could be Stalin or Pol Pot or Genghis Khan or any other like horrible person from history, right?
Unbelievable what people come up with in regards to this character. And obviously you guys understand I'm passionate about that. People are like, oh Jay, why are you yelling? Why are you so passionate about it? Listen, I don't care. If that's what you have to say, drop the dislike and leave. Because
nah, man, everyone go and like this video, man. Everybody go to this video, like this video.
So who's the winner here?
Everyone do that.
For the people who are here and
link in the description to JD Legend, man. Subscribe to him.
But you have a civil nature to the point where you'd like to discuss in a civil manner of what you think that I'm wrong about. Thank you so much for being a regular, functioning human being with a brain who just doesn't agree with what I have to say. And you put your opinion in the comment section. I'll appreciate it. We'll talk about it. We'll have a nice dialogue, and then we'll move on with our lives like normal people should. But I don't have time for you trolls. I don't. Because here, if you're here at this point, again, you should understand, I don't care. It's that simple. I just don't care. I'ma like Sanji from beginning to the end. If Sanji never becomes the Sanji that we saw pre-time skip, I'm not going to hate Sanji. I'm going to slander Oda.
There we go. That's a good place to end it on that note. So that was JD's video. What did you guys think about it? There were definitely some points of disagreement. Definitely some points of agreement. Like I said before, though, regardless of whether or not you agreed or disagree with the video, he always puts out thought-provoking stuff. He deserves way more subscribers. I want to see you guys go ahead and like the video and subscribe to his channel. If you have not done so already, then you have failed this city. You have failed. You have failed this community. Same with Drizzt, of course. Same with Drizzt. I don't know if I have time to go into God Mode Zoro, man. This video is already super long. I'm taking forever to get through these videos. It's like 1:45. Jesus Christ. We've been streaming for about 2 hours. Fuck. But yeah, we're gonna see what we're gonna do here. Let me get to the comments first. Shout out to everyone on YouTube and Twitch. Like the video if you haven't already. Be sure to, of course, follow me on Twitch if you haven't done so already, and subscribe on YouTube if you haven't done so already. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh no, we're having a Sanji Zoro debate in the comments. That's not what this is all about, guys. It's not why we had this discussion. It really devolved into that. Bro, I mean, I haven't watched Arrow in like years, but I got the references, bro. I got the references. Alright, this video is not loading, so I might just say screw it. Alright. It's fine. Yeah, I think we're done with this video anyway. Why did this devolve into a Zoro versus... I knew it would have. I knew it was going to. Why am I even questioning it? Why am I even surprised that it's devolving into a Zoro versus Sanji debate? That's what it always comes down to, which I don't like the power scaling, man. It's not about that. It's not about that, man. Why does it gotta be a fucking constant, fucking dick fight? Sanji fans and Zoro fans constantly at each other. That's why I don't feel the need to respond to King Lightning anymore with these Sanji versus Zoro things. Because we've had our battles over the years. It's the same thing. History is repeating itself, I don't want to be part of that. We've already dealt with that. Alright, I'm just going to exit out. This shit's taking forever. But I think on that note, yeah, I'm going to turn off the display capture. And yeah. Oh, we got JD in the chat, man. Yo, what's up, JD, man? I hope you're cool with me reacting to your video. I hope you're okay. I should have probably asked in advance. But yeah, man, I appreciate that. I'm glad you're cool with it. Yeah, man. Everyone should definitely check this man out. He's in the chat. Support this man. He deserves 10,000 subs minimum. It's ridiculous. 3,000? 3,000? I legitimately am shook by that. Like, legitimately. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. Hold on. I got some new videos potentially to watch. Alright. Oh, man. There's a lot of videos here. Alright. I think maybe I can watch one more. You want me to watch George Shay's live reaction? Well, I mean, I already know how George Shay feels about the chapter. I already talked to him about that, you know, so. Oh, you're honored. All right. Well, I appreciate that. You just missed it. I was reacting to a Drizzt video before, and that sparked a lot of conversation as well. So that was pretty crazy. All right. There's a few videos. All right. So okay. So here's a few videos that you guys recommended. We'll do. I don't have time for God Mode Zoro. That video is like 30 minutes long, and just that one JD video took me like an hour to get through. So we're not gonna go for that. So okay. So we have a couple of video options here, and then you guys will choose, and then we'll wrap up the stream on the last video suggestion. Okay. So I want you guys to vote in the comments. Yeah, it was more like a chain of like tweets that had Drizzt talking in them, criticizing One Piece that I was reacting to more than it was a Drizzt video. So yeah, I think it was like a Drizzt live stream that Sen took video clips of that I reacted to. Okay, so vote down in the comments section, guys, what you want to see next. There are a couple of different options here. Okay, so from the new ones here. We have a Joy Boy vid on the Big Mom Pirates being understood. So, Joy Boy, we have a George Shay video, the George Shay live reaction, although I already know what he feels about it. There's a Tekking 101 theory video, so put Tekking 101 theory if you want that one. What is Yamato's plan? There is a Vinland Ragnar video of how Kaido will lose. And then finally, there's a Sawyer 7 Mage video, Son of Yonko, Ulti's Awakened Zone Power. Is that it's just a review of the chapter. So forget about the Sawyer one. I'm trying to watch more like theory videos, discussions, more than like reviews of the chapters, you know. So yeah, tell me which one of those videos strikes your fancy. Or I forgot to mention, I'm sorry, Brago's video on A Legend Finally Comes to Wano. Which could be interesting. So, put that down in the comments below, guys. And we'll wrap up the stream on that last video. Alright. I'm seeing a couple Joy Boys, seeing a Tekking, I'm seeing a Brago. I'll let the voting happen for like 2 minutes. In fact, I'm going to get something to drink. I'll be right back. Alright? We back, baby. We back, baby. Okay. Alright, so, shit. Someone said for Neverworld. There wasn't a for Neverworld video in there, as far as I know. Alright, Joy Boy. Tekking, Joy Boy. Seems like Joy Boy's winning. Tekking Joy Boy, Brago, Tekking. Damn. So it seems like either Tekking or Joy Boy. It's like tied pretty much. It's crazy how much. I'm seeing a lot of Tekkings, a lot of Joy Boys here. Joy Boy Tekking. Yeah, I can't really count. There's a lot of comments here, so I'm gonna say Double 4. Has Double 4 even uploaded anymore? Does that dude even fucking make videos? Alright, let's see, okay. So I'm seeing more Joy Boy than Tekking, but it's very close. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go with the Tekking video. Oh, I'm sorry, the Joy Boy video. Big Mom Pirates are misunderstood. I want to hear this because I think the Big Mom Pirates are pretty trash.
Hey YouTube, JoyBoy here.
Alright, calm down.
So,
That intro is a little much. That intro is very aggressive. It's a bit aggressive. Hold on. Let me get to the actual YouTube page and I'll put on the screen cap 1 sec. Okay.
Hey YouTube, JoyBoy here.
That's an aggressive. It's an aggressive. That's an aggressive intro. All right, this is from 3 days ago. 67,000 views. Everyone subscribe to JoyBoyTheories. I think like his link it should be in the description anyway because I was gonna react to one of his other videos about Zoro. So, yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna set this up, and then we can go ahead and screen share, and we'll get this started. All right, here we go. Everyone subscribe to Joy Boy, man. He always puts out the good content. Let's get this started, man. And like I said, if there is a video in the future that you want to see me, I'm going to be doing this format again in the future. There are just too many good videos out there. There are too many good theories. There are too many good funny rants, discussions, other things, critiques to react to. So if you have one in particular, because I'm not on the community like super deep, you know what I mean? Even if it's someone underrated, I would actually prefer if it to be someone who's not like on top, like someone like a Joy Boy. Or someone like a Roger, or some like people. Those people are pretty established. I'm looking for more people that, that maybe could use more of exposure. People that deserve to have their voice kind of put into the forefront. If you have someone like that, a video from that person that you think for the next time, who knows when the next time I'm going to do this is? Maybe later this week. Let me know and I'll save it and do it use it for the next video. Okay. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to get started. Someone like King of Lightning or Sawyer? King of Lightning or Sawyer already made it. I'm talking about like more underrated, man. Underground. Give me that underground shit, man. The underground shit, man. Up and comers. That's what I want to see. But anyway, let's do this. Okay. This is the Joy Boy video. The Big Mom Pirates are misunderstood.
Be about the Big Mom Pirates, but we're gonna start off with, and the majority of the video is going to be dedicated to Charlotte Smoothie, because I really think that's understanding her. Can you understand?
Oh no, Smoothie defense. You got a lot to. You have a lot to live up to.
The Big Mom Pirates are misunderstood. But anyway, Smoothie is the butt of jokes within the community.
Because she's trash.
I think it's fair to have some high expectations from Yonko commanders, as that's how Oda has generally built them up in the story. Ben Beckman staring down Kizaru, in Marineford, Jack ravaging Zoe, then attempting to solo a marine ship carrying Doflamingo, protected by Fujitora.
Yeah, he's got a lot. He's got a lot to work towards to defend Smoothie.
The Big Mom Pirates, including Big Mom.
That's a tall order.
Katakuri's own heroics in Whole Cake Island and his eventual defeat, a product of an opportunity that he chose to give Luffy. These are some of the most exciting and strongest characters in
even Cracker.
The world, and likewise,
even Cracker's got more to his name.
I think that as a community, we see Yonko commanders through rose-colored glasses. A reason to be hyped and excited, and a promise of great individual moments and fights. Despite an incredibly promising debut, Smoothie has received none of this. At every possible opportunity, despite being implied as the third strongest Big Mom pirate, behind Big Mom herself and Katakuri, Oda has found every
that's not confirmed.
To limit her impact.
That's not confirmed.
On the story.
We don't know if Perospero is stronger. We don't know. To be fair, Perospero is the eldest son. he thinks himself worthy of being the next Big Mom captain if she were to perish. Now, I don't agree with that. I still would take Smoothie over Perospero, but I don't think it's a wash. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Perospero is just overrated. We'll see.
In her introduction, she was tasked with the protection of Big Mom's poneglyphs, explained by Tamago as Mama's path to becoming king of the pirates. Of the utmost importance, he predicted that the Strats may target the poneglyphs and asked for Smoothie's help. One clever distraction later by Pedro, though, and Smoothie is locked out of the building and literally calling Tamago for advice on how to handle the situation.
That's not a good start.
She then decides, based on this advice, it isn't important to break the door open because Brooke the thief would need to come out at some point in time. But then her significance is thwarted yet again by Big Mom, who arrived to deal with the situation herself. Smoothie was introduced, had a significant role to play, but never played it. This is not the only example. Let's go to the tea party. Does anybody remember what Smoothie did?
He's only making my point for me. Like, I don't know what the point of this is.
Began screaming. It's pretty impressive because all she did was serve some giraffe juice and ask Katakuri why he was acting strange. During all of the chaos that ensued,
she didn't do shit.
She failed to act at all.
Thank you.
And then Big Mom began screaming, and Smoothie's panel time actually went up. We got at least 2 panels of her covering her ears in roughly 2 chapters.
That's all she's good for.
Flashback. So was she involved in the Big Mom Pirates regrouping after Capone's
You're making my point for me, dude.
Attempt? No, not really. Katakuri used his mochi powers to create earplugs. Smoothie grabbed Nami, but was immediately repelled by Reiju. And then Capone used Big Father, and Smoothie wrung out the poison while patiently waiting for others to decide what to do for her. Then before they could do anything, Big Mom woke up. She regained her senses and took it up
by Reiju.
Smoothie again relegated to the role of catching anybody who might try to flee, which somehow didn't amount to much either. In the fight that eventually ensued, we finally have Smoothie's first real victory. We're putting victory in quotation marks because that's what was implied in the manga. The actual fight of Reiju and Smoothie was off screen,
as most fights are in One Piece.
In the anime, and unfortunately here, Smoothie did not defeat Reiju. Charlotte Galette did. So during the entire sequence,
Charlotte Galette, by the way, is
Smoothie actually did nothing. Then the Tamate
top tier waifu
explodes and the Strats and allies escape. Smoothie, however, is confident that they will track them down. As she says this to Big Mom, she is the first to notice. Big Mom is beginning to rage. Here again, Oda presents Smoothie with a terrific opportunity to do something significant, only for her to fail. Smoothie runs for her life from Big Mom, yelling for all the Big Mom pirates to do the same. In the middle of this, Opera's life was actually taken. As a Sweet Commander and as the 3rd strongest member of the Big Mom Pirates, I hold Smoothie responsible for this. She failed Opera. After this, and after what seems to be a pretty, sizable moment, Smoothie.
I don't understand what the point of the video is. He's making all my points for me.
The only way to succeed is give
I don't gotta do shit.
Cake. So she states the obvious: we must make the cake. But she hadn't yet considered most of the variables involved. They had none of the carefully procured ingredients. The head chef Stroizen was injured and out cold.
Stroizen?
The cake itself took days to make. Smoothie was the very first to notice that Big Mom was raging. The very first with the opportunity to do something about it. Considered to be...
We are 5 minutes into the video and I have not heard a single defense of any of the Big Mom Pirates, so I'm curious where this is going.
One of the most important members of the Big Mom Pirates. And this was the best that she could do in the span of probably a minute. Smoothie, given an opportunity, has no solution. Instead, Perospero and...
Actually, now think about it, I don't want... Maybe I shouldn't show this video because it's actually showing panels. Maybe I shouldn't have this video. Now that I think about it, I kind of don't want to show panels. I kind of don't want to risk it. I don't want to... My channel's gone. My channel has been taken off this earth. And the fucking Valkyries have come down to raise my channel into Valhalla. It's over. So I guess we're going to do sound only? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a risk. It's a risk. Do you guys want sound only, or should I just wrap it up there? Just play the sound. Okay, all right. Sound only. All right, we'll do sound only. Okay. Sound only.
Despite them becoming aware of the situation after Smoothie, here both upstage Smoothie as a decision maker and as a leader. Sparrow promised Big Mom the Straw Hats had the cake, and Pudding volunteered to make the cake with the help of Chiffon. Smoothie had every opportunity to contribute in some way and failed. Again. This makes 3 for 3. We could go panel for panel through the rest of Whole Cake
And she's
Island,
failed a lot
but her
more.
endeavors past this point aren't of much significance either. But it all follows a pattern. Oda has been very consistent with Smoothie's portrayal, even as the community screams that he has ignored her. Maybe you should consider whether or not you understand her.
Oh.
And what Oda intends to do with her.
Oh. Let's hear this.
Smoothie's most defining quality, I believe, is
being
her
trash.
lazy patience. This line by her subordinate
She ain't Aokiji.
sums it up best. It's been one pointless runaround. We should have just stayed on standby at Cacao Island and enjoyed some chocolate and tea. He's so impatient. Men are idiots. Smoothie and her entire squad don't care to take initiative, take charge, and when they do so, they're patient to a fault. Every example demonstrates this. Tamago asked Smoothie to defend the poneglyphs. She did not come up with this plan herself or take the initiative herself. When she gets locked out, rather than acting or deciding what to do for herself, she instead calls Tamago to ask him.
Guys, it's okay that she has done nothing so far. It's because she's patient. Bro, she ain't King Boomy. Alright? I don't care what you're telling me right now. She's not King Boomy. When she actually decided to act, she's not Laro from Tower of God. Right? It's one thing to be lazy, and then when you get your moment to actually do something and you actually try to do something, then you go off. She ain't King Boomy. She ain't Laro. She ain't Shikamaru. Alright? That's the difference. When she had the chance to stop the Straw Hats when she was chasing them, oh, I did one cool little slash that did nothing. Oh, fantastic. What else did you do, Smoothie? Fucking nada. That's my issue. So I don't want to hear this. But let's go.
Him what he thought. Eventually, she decides to patiently wait for Brooke to come out, only to do nothing because Big Mom decides to take care of it herself. At the tea party, Smoothie did nothing in the chaos. Almost always she waits for orders and plans of others. And when she makes plans herself, they are always patient and low risk.
Okay.
Follow the Straw Hats and catch up slowly. Catch them in your trap. In this respect, I think that she's inherited a bit of Big Mom. Big Mom also has a side to her that loves patient, careful plans and traps, such as luring the Straw Hats to Whole Cake Island or betraying the Vinsmoke. But this patience comes with a factor of laziness. Smoothie doesn't want to do anything. As her subordinates aptly say, our time would have been better spent just waiting in Cacao Island, eating chocolate, and sipping tea. Seemingly very little concern for the present circumstances. Anytime that she acts or takes charge, it's the last resort, or a favor for another, or the result of a direct order, often from those who are supposed to be lower rank than her. I think that through Smoothie, Oda is trying to communicate something about the Big Mom Pirates. Smoothie
That they
being
fucking
lazy,
suck.
unmotivated to lead or do anything. That represents something about the Big Mom Pirates.
Okay. Slow reactions.
The problem with Smoothie's combination of attributes is often this leads to her failing to act despite her implied individual strength and role on the Big Mom Pirates. Tamago acted to protect the poneglyph. Smoothie followed.
Okay.
Smoothie asks Tamago what to do and decides to do nothing herself. Then Big Mom acts instead. At the tea party, Smoothie waits and watches as Katakuri tries to be the hero essentially by himself. She waits and watches as Capone goes into Big Father. She's so slow in beating Reiju, Galette does it instead. Big Mom rages and Smoothie actually has no idea how to deal with that situation, and again relies upon others. In the chase that followed, Smoothie could not deal with unanticipated flaws in her plan. I would guess because she didn't have enough time to develop a solid plan to begin with.
That's nonsense.
One that
That's
considered
nonsense. Right now she's showing. Right now he's showing a panel of Carrot in her transformed state, picking up the wheel that they took off of her ship. That the statement he just made, like she didn't have time to plan. If you're someone that isn't proactive, and like he said just now, she probably takes after Big Mom in that she carefully lays out traps. If you're not going to take the initiative and be aggressive, and you're sitting back and thinking, and you still get outsmarted and things go outside of your plans, then really who's there to blame but yourself? That's my point. There's no excuse at that point. It's like Shikamaru saying, "Oh, I'm 100 steps ahead of you," and then his opponent does something unexpected, and him being like, "Oh, I didn't expect that. That ruined all my plans." That doesn't excuse it.
And let's be real, the vast majority of it was not her plan anyway. Montdor and Perospero were calling the shots. So her role was simply to observe the situation at hand
Oh, is that right?
and adjust the plan as necessary in order to accomplish their objectives, which she failed. She fails to prepare and react.
Hi, I'm new to the stream. I just came to say DBZ is better. Goodbye. Goodbye. You're wrong. Goodbye.
And when the plan failed, she instead chose patience and a different course of action that would be less risky. Smoothie really does not take chances at all, which is probably why she did nothing at the tea party. As Smoothie almost had the strats in her grasp around Cacao, the Vinsmoke appeared, which she was unprepared for. Then again, the Fishman arrived, she was unprepared for. And with
It seems like she's always unprepared for every situation. Is there a situation where she ever is prepared?
She was unprepared for. Smoothie cannot react quickly. We see this every single time. You know, Smoothie is the opposite of Clutch. She has little to no reactionary skills.
I don't know what the defense is here.
Straight up fight, it does not matter.
We're halfway through the video.
The unexpected. But it's important to remember we're talking about it through Smoothie, but this is a problem with the Big Mom Pirates as a organization. If your entire persona is patience and laying a trap, but your traps are flawed, and your patience allows for unexpected variables to ruin your plan, then you as a fighter are pretty much irrelevant.
Thank you.
And that is exactly the case with Smoothie.
Thank you.
People out there say Smoothie is trash.
Yes.
And I agree, but probably not in the way that you're expecting. You know,
okay.
People say Oda does not know what to do with Smoothie. I disagree. She is trash, and it is entirely purposeful at this point. And the flaw will have its moment in the future of One Piece.
I'm so confused.
So this is the main theory portion of this video, but I think that this theory is true with plenty of canon evidence.
Okay.
Smoothie isn't Clutch because she has never needed to be, and Big Mom does not reward leadership on her crew with the title of Sweet Commander. As they say, Mom knows best. Big Mom controls every aspect of her children's lives, and her greatest requirement has always been simple: listen to her and do what she says. I think that those who do this best are Sweet Commanders, and it is not really indicative of your actual value as a fighter in a vacuum. Smoothie is very loyal, she is very strong, and
so are we to believe that Big Mom only values loyalty above strength when it comes to her top commanders? If that's the case, then why are her top commanders most likely her strongest people, that aren't like her strongest children then? Katakuri is the strongest. The only argument you can make is Perospero might be stronger than Cracker, or maybe Perospero was stronger than Snack. Maybe Smoothie, maybe, if we're giving him really a lot of credit. But even then, I wouldn't. So so you're telling me that Big Mom values loyalty over like the defense of her kingdom when she has enemies like Kaido, Shanks, and now Blackbeard and previously Whitebeard? Does that mean that she's been living so lavishly she was never challenged by any of those other Yonko throughout all these years, to the point where none of her plans got, like, this is the worst that she's ever had to deal with? A fucking rookie crew walking in and things going a little bit against whatever she had planned for them? That just seems incredibly inept.
And follows orders. She's Big Mom's soldier, but she is not a leader. Oda actually had her drop a line in one of the recent chapters which epitomizes this. Smoothie said, "Mama decided, we follow." End of thought. This is the kind of character that Big Mom selects as a sweet commander. She does not value leadership skills, or those who may be adept at acting on their own, because Big Mom herself wants control over everything, and does not want anybody doubting her or talking back. As an example, Big Mom chooses Pudding's wedding gown, and Pudding herself gets no say. Pudding has a ... here of what I assume to be some kind of resentment or disappointment. It was in fact...
I get that Big Mom has like rules with an iron fist. We understand that. But do you really believe that Big Mom deals with the day-to-day operations of the Big Mom pirates? When it comes to like general day-to-day stuff, Big Mom's worried about eating, having a good time, tea parties. That's what she cares about when it's all said and done. When she's not the one who's overseeing things, whose responsibility is it to get shit done? It should be the sweet commanders. So I don't want. So it feels weird to me that the what I'm hearing is like basically along the lines of, you know, she just follows orders. That's all. She's not really responsible for a lot of the mistakes made because she's just used to kind of laid back doing things what Mom tells her to do, which is crazy to me. Unless like Mount Dor is just the fucking mastermind behind everything. Katakuri is a mastermind, and Smoothie just has to kind of chill and not do anything. Have they not really dealt with any threats at all?
Behavior just the same as this that led to Lola leaving the Big Mom Pirates and Big Mom's failed alliance with the Giants. The lesson I gather is that Big Mom's controlling nature is a detriment to her pirate crew's success.
That much is true.
This is a direct contrast to the Straw Hat Pirates and Luffy as a captain. Luffy acknowledges that he needs his crew, that there are many things that he cannot do and he cannot succeed without them. Big Mom is the same in the sense that there's many things that she can't do and she needs her crew, but she does not realize this and does not often grant her crew autonomy or reward children who act on their own, not unless they are perfect. As it pertains to Smoothie, the first example shown is really all that needs to be said. Smoothie tries to act on her own and Big Mom shoves her out of the way to deal with it herself. That is how Smoothie was raised. That is how Smoothie has learned to operate within the Big Mom Pirates. She has never needed to take initiative, and so those skills were never developed. There are other leaders within the Big Mom Pirates, but coincidence or not, they all tend to be older children. Smoothie is just 35. The ones who seem to be taking charge often, Katakuri, Perospero, Mondor, or Oven, are all older than Smoothie. I think that there's an element of seniority within the Big Mom Pirates.
Clearly.
And Smoothie does not care or is not able to fight against that, making her a pretty shallow, sweet commander.
What's up, Saeed? How we doing? I'm good.
Another element of this that I think is worthy of consideration is we know that Big Mom demotes people from Sweet Commander because Knack was a Sweet Commander, and then he lost to Arouge, and then it became the Sweet 3. Characters like Daifuku,
Arouge,
and Perospero, and maybe even Mondor, at some point in the past, were they Sweet Commanders? We see them act, and we see Smoothie, who's supposed to be above them.
Maybe
sort of listen to
Perospero.
their
The other
orders,
three
and
don't
doesn't make
deserve
any
it.
sense to us. But from their perspective, they've been leaders for a long time. I would almost wager money Oven and Perospero were former Sweet Commanders.
Oven?
They just
Fucking
failed
Oven?
or lost and were demoted. Or in the case of somebody like Mondor, I don't think that he was ever a Sweet Commander because Big Mom would have never seen him as the kind of child she would have desired to be one of her commanders.
I really like Mount Dor.
Big Mom wants complete control.
On a just a completely unrelated note, Mount Dor is fucking dope. I love his ability, and I really wish we could have saw more from him. I love his design. I love his ability. I love his personality. I like that he's a go-getter. He's not like Smoothie, who's just like, I'm a bitch, yeah, I suck. Mount Dor fucking makes shit done, bro. When he put Luffy in the fucking book world, that was so cool. So cool. I love Mount Dor.
The time Mondor got any shine was when Big Mom was raging and out of her mind. Mondor probably has incredible leadership skills, which Big Mom never rewarded and never valued, and so never strengthened. But when Big Mom is not there or is incapacitated, the other children, the siblings, they appreciate this, and so they give Mondor some control because
he's a fucking goat.
And I think that you can generally apply this to all the
He's a
Big Mom
goat!
pirates. For instance, in a character like Lola, who is very
He's the goat!
individualistic. To survive within the Big Mom Pirates, you cannot be the kind of person that would go and become a captain of a pirate ship, because Big Mom is the captain. Those of strong will are in many cases probably weeded out, unless their will is specifically to serve Big Mom's dreams, her desires, and her whims. As we've learned in the recent chapters, this is a direct contrast to Kaido's crew, and Luffy's as well, both of which value personal ambition, because it is that which typically makes one
All right,
strong.
that's a valid
The
point.
only ambition Big Mom allows.
If there's so far in this video, like a lot of the stuff I didn't, quite vibe with, but if there's one thing I definitely agree with when it comes to the tone of the video, it's with the Big Mom crew, it's very oppressive, and strong personalities don't exactly garner reward, especially when it comes to challenging Big Mom. Like, for example, right? If Ulti was on Big Mom's crew and if Ulti said to Big Mom what Ulti said to Kaido a couple chapters back, Ulti might have been punished, possibly killed. But because Kaido, kind of seemingly looking for people who have that kind of personality, respects the go-getters of the crews, of his crew, and wants people to have that personal ambition, he doesn't really, he doesn't strike down on those people as Big Mom would. Big Mom seems like she's much more of an iron fist type, you do as I say. So I from that perspective, that makes sense. For sure.
Is the ambition to serve her, and nothing else. Another thing worthy of consideration, the Big Mom Pirates have been relevant for over 30 years. So when Big Mom first took control of part of the New World after rocks collapsed, and when they fought against their rivals and established their fearsome reputation, Smoothie was very young. Siblings such as Perospero, Katakuri, and Oven, and Daifuku were old enough to have been part of this and grow because of it. But I think in comparison, the younger children have been sheltered and lived, for the most part, in peace and at ease. In One Piece, great conflict allows one to surpass their limits. And for the majority of Big Mom's children, especially those that are younger, they've never experienced this. That is why the majority of these strong Big Mom pirates are older. This could contribute to both Smoothie's laziness and her lack of need to be authoritative and clutch. Simply stated, the Big Mom pirates have been in little to no danger for the vast majority of her life. She and many of the others,
we don't know that. We don't know that to be true. We don't know that to be true at all. We don't. We don't know anything of what happened to Big Mom post Rocks. Even Rocks, we don't know what the fuck happened with Big Mom. So when she came back to Whole Cake Island, did she just live without any threats until her 70s? Did Kaido, did Shanks, did Blackbeard, did no other pirates actually threaten her land? Is Luffy the strongest person? Is Luffy in this particular group that came to Whole Cake the strongest of all the people to ever challenge her on Whole Cake? If that's so, that's ridiculous. I don't think that's the case. I would be shocked if that was the case. That would mean that all the Yonko are so passive that they're scared to even challenge. Can you imagine Kaido being that scared? I can't.
Children have grown up arrogant with little need to grow. And in a lot of cases, probably little desire. Guys, Smoothie actually represents this flaw in the Big Mom Pirates organization and flaws in their captain Big Mom. She is trash on purpose to illustrate an idea Oda is communicating. The era of the Big Mom Pirates will soon be over.
Okay. So Big Mom, hold on. Okay, so Smoothie is trash, admittedly from himself. This isn't really a defense video, more of like a difference of perspective video, I think, right? Maybe I misinterpreted it. So at least he admits that she's trash, but he's saying that's the point? To show that they're a product of the past? That they're kind of based off the theme that we saw in Punk Hazard when Law was talking about the Yonko, that they've gotten to, or I think he was talking to Doflamingo. Correct me if I'm wrong. Basically, he said something along the lines of, you guys have been sitting on your ass, content, lazy, not really ambitious for too long. Now it's time to break the wheel. It's time to break the gears, right? It's time to shake that up. So basically, is what they're saying that Smoothie and the rest of them have been so atrophied from non-use that they've become pathetic, and that's the point. I'm assuming it is.
I think that a connection I have not seen others make is the quality Big Mom selects for in her sweet commanders: defense, carefulness, loyalty, and subordination. I think to some extent Big Mom selects sweet commanders who are most similar to her. Big Mom has never been injured in battle.
All right. I think people said it in the chat, but let me reiterate. There are a lot of Big Mom pirates that are loyal. But why was Smoothie in particular chosen? She's not the youngest, she's not the oldest of the daughters. Not even close. Why specifically was she chosen to be a sweet commander? Why wasn't Campode chosen? Or someone like that? The obvious answer is she's capable. She's strong. And how do we know? Like, she has to have accomplishments. She has to have accolades under her belt. She has to have some stuff that she's done in order to receive that accommodation. You don't just wake up and, all of a sudden you're a sweet commander. How does one become strong? We've seen it in One Piece. You need to fight strong people to become strong. You don't just become strong overnight. They're in the new world, bro. They were having fights
before and value skills of the same nature. Cracker wears a biscuit cocoon that prevents him from taking damage. Katakuri has foresight, an ability which complements this to create a very powerful defense. I assume Smoothie's ability as well provides versatile and reliable defense. A small example of this is against Reiju. Reiju's poison would have killed most who were not prepared, but Smoothie's fruit was the perfect counter. I think Smoothie's fruit is very versatile and plays to her strengths as a character with a defensive focus. But it is not just about defensive abilities and techniques. Carefulness and patience plays a factor as well, because those who are not careful will eventually lose. I believe Big Mom demotes those who lose, evidenced by Snack's demotion after his loss to Arouge.
Okay.
She's as strict and demanding.
Arouge! Shout out to Mad Monk in the chat.
Lend towards patience, because his number one strength is defense, which is a stalling tactic. So against strong opponents, I think that Cracker would typically
I appreciate that, Don Solo.
due to patience, not exposing himself.
Yeah, this is the best one I could find.
Defending when it is required. But in this fight, Cracker lost due to impatience, because he got frustrated and tired of the battle and assumed after 11 hours
that much
he
is
would have
true.
already won.
That much is true.
Arrogance. Similar to Luffy's second fight in the arc against Katakuri, this became a battle of willpower.
I hope so,
Cracker's
dude. I hope Mad Monk
intention
comes to
was
Wano.
Win via patience.
I really do.
But sensing the nature of the battle, Luffy outpatienced him.
I would go
The very
crazy.
idea of Katakuri's haki is by nature careful. He sees several seconds into the future and almost never puts down his guard. Again, against Luffy, Katakuri was very careful, very patient. And so Luffy used the nature of the battle in order to serve himself.
If Katakuri was patient, if Katakuri was careful, Katakuri would have made sure Luffy was dead before he went into the merienda. That was another example, maybe he's going to bring it up, of arrogance that led to him losing his cool, which led to Luffy landing his first hits against him.
He used it as training until it too became a battle of willpower. And Luffy here again proved that he wanted it more. This is another way in which the Big Mom Pirates and the Straw Hat Pirates are polar
My apologies,
opposites.
Mad D Monk.
Luffy is not careful, and sometimes he loses because of that. Like against Caesar, Luffy didn't know what his devil fruit was and lost because of it. This happens fairly frequently in the story. Big Mom's children who act like Luffy would probably never become sweet commanders, or at the very least never be able to hold that title, simply because it's likely that you will at some point lose to somebody Big Mom was not expecting.
I just feel like that's a lot of assumptions. I feel like he's basing it off of the Arouge snack situation. But losing to a rookie is different. Is a different situation than just losing a fight to someone in the new world that you're supposed to lose to. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest. Like who of the Big Mom pirates is hard-headed, kind of brash, but is strong enough to be a sweet commander, however did not receive that role because of their arrogance. I can't see any one of Big Mom's children fitting that description. You can say Oven, but Oven's not that great. Even someone like Capone was toying with Oven. Capone! Was toying with Oven with his ship, ran him over. So who else is Sweet Commander? Who else can do that role? The people who are in that role are the people most capable in her crew, the strongest of them. So I feel like it's a bit of a reach to say that, you know, having a brash attitude automatically means that you're less likely to get the role, because there's no evidence of there being really too many brash people in her crew to begin with, and the ones that aren't not sweet commanders because they're brash, because they're not strong enough.
Expecting you to lose to, and she is unforgiving of those who fail in this way. But the flip side of having no care is having too much care, waiting for so long that you provide your opponent with an opportunity to beat you they otherwise would not have had. This is the Big Mom Pirate's sin. Oda kind of explores this concept again in the fight of Snack versus Arouge.
I just want to really quickly, for my boys in the chat, really quickly just showcase this panel right here. Arouge! Let's go. All right, I just wanted to do that real quick. Hold on. Just want to do that real quick. Just really quick.
Don't really know Snack's powers, but Arouge's power.
Arouge!
The more damage he takes, the more powerful he becomes. So in a long, drawn-out fight that becomes essentially a power, you only make Arouge stronger. So that is why Arouge was able to win. Probably because Snack was too patient and too careful, or his powers did not lend to offense. So he was unable to execute a finishing blow. Another theory is that I don't believe that the Big Mom Pirates have been on the offensive much in the New World. For several decades at least, a huge component of Big Mom's dreams is protecting Totland. That is her paradise, the place
more like
Mother
Thotland
dreamed of. And so Big Mom accumulates strength
over
time, patiently, here, until victory against her greatest foes elsewhere is assured. She protects Totland and uses this place to get stronger. She makes her children here and makes alliances here, and waits until she feels confident that her enemies will definitely lose in a fight.
All right. I think basically I'm hearing a lot of the same themes here. So basically I get the gist of it. I get the gist of the video. Her crew is more of a patient, defensive crew that rests on their laurels, that doesn't seek out conflict but defends against conflict. That seems more, which seems a little bit crazy considering that Big Mom herself set out her entire crew except a couple of her children, not her entire crew, but a lot of her major family members, in order to seek out Luffy, as opposed to rebuilding. If she really was careful and defensive, I feel like it would make more sense that she would solidify, reinforce Whole Cake, considering how weakened it is. Who knows who could show up? Like, is Big Mom's, if she really was careful, is she really going to leave herself vulnerable for the sake of vengeance to potentially Blackbeard or Shanks swooping in? Which is definitely possible, right? That seems like a stupid thing to do, but I get what he's saying. Like, they're more of a kind of reserved crew, but I don't think that necessarily justifies anything that they haven't done in the story. Although I don't think that's his argument. More like it just explains why they're useless. But it doesn't do anything for me.
This opportunity has never presented itself because Big Mom is that patient. She never defeated Whitebeard, she never defeated Roger, she never defeated Shiki. She waited so long that they were...
We don't know who she defeated.
...elsewhere and then replaced. Or in the case of Roger, she waited so long that he accomplished her dreams before her. It's implied that he didn't even need to fight her. He snuck into Whole Cake Island, stole a rubbing of her road poneglyph, and then left. Which is probably why she is so intent on capturing Luffy now, because she's seen how this story worked out in the past. But going back to the idea that the Big Mom Pirates have not been on the offensive and have a strength in defense, I'm of the opinion, my theory is, is that the Big Mom Pirates are strongest when it comes to defense because they actually have had to defend Totland. So this would give us a functional reason as to why Big Mom would prefer children with a strength in that area, and why she and the children as a whole tend to prefer making plans and traps. But that only works when
there better be a point, Chief. There better be a point. I'm
not
waiting.
when you are going after your enemies. This is again a factor of carefulness. The children learned it from somewhere. Whereas Luffy rams his head into each progressive enemy, Big Mom over the years has not and played the long game, with exception recently to Luffy himself as she chased him into a rival's territory. I think that she's taught her children the very same and values that skill set in her commanders. But it is not always what is prudent. There seems to be this general impression.
Jason by day, Johnny sins by night.
Are only good
What are you talking
when they
about?
Are capable and hype and accomplish some kind of feat,
What are you
as though
talking
this is
about?
all we have seen in the story.
If I was bald, maybe.
Kind of portrayal, but several have not. You guys remember what Marco, Jozu, and Vista accomplished in Marineford? Marco, Jozu, and Vista are presumed to be essentially, Whitebeard's commanders, the very top tier of the Whitebeard pirates at the time of their defeat. What did they accomplish in Marineford? Not much. Jozu lost a leg.
That's not true.
Flamingo.
That's not
Marco
true.
was cuffed for a large part of the fight.
That's not true. Come on. That's not true. Ultimately, they were defeated by the admirals, right? And ultimately, the admirals are probably stronger. We can all agree with that. But at the end of the day, what Marco, Vista, and Jozu were able to do is stand toe-to-toe with admirals, and at the very least, in some cases, make them bleed. Vista, although we didn't see Vista really do too much outside of a small clash with Mihawk, when it comes to Jozu and Marco, they both, Marco being able to kick down Kizaru, and Jozu sneak attack shoulder bashing Aokiji, making him bleed. At the very least, that showcases that they're capable of putting the hurt on an admiral if they're not careful, which is not something that many people can say that they can do. I don't need Vista or Marco or Jozu to go out there and 1v1 an admiral and win. But the threat of their existence was there. Jozu blocking a slash from Mihawk. Marco needing freaking the last line of Garp to defend against him flying into the promenade area to save Ace onto the platform. Right? They weren't scrubs. They weren't disappointing. The only time they got defeated was when they got distracted by Whitebeard's sickness. So I would disagree with the notion that they were bad in Marineford.
And Vista held off Mihawk for a time. Now, truthfully, their lack of success wasn't entirely their fault. Often they lost in a moment of distraction. Such
Okay,
as
at least he admits.
Squirtle
Okay,
and Whitebeard.
maybe I should have played it.
But the point is portrayal
Fair enough.
and feats. Just like Smoothie, outside of their introduction, did they get much shine? No. The era of Whitebeard was over, and they were not obstacles the heroes of the story needed to overcome. Whitebeard was sick, which created openings that the crew had never seen before. These openings led to shocking...
I disagree with the notion that they didn't accomplish anything, OP Stark. That's incorrect. You have to understand, Smoothie during Whole Cake was giving, as he points out pretty well in this video, time after time after time throughout Whole Cake, failed over and over and over again with every role that they were given. Marco and Jozu's and Vista's role in Marineford wasn't to take out X-Pirate or X-Marine, Y-Marine, or this Shichibukai or that Shichibukai. Their role was to keep them busy so that Luffy eventually, or anyone else, or Whitebeard, could get to the execution platform to save Ace. They were there to negate some of the powers that the Marines had. And they accomplished that goal. They helped Luffy get to Ace. They helped Luffy escape from Akainu, in fact. It was Marco and Vista that cut Akainu and prevented him from chasing back after Luffy after Whitebeard's death. After Ace's death, I mean. So, to say that they accomplished nothing is a complete misread of the arc, because although they didn't beat anyone in one-on-one combat, anyone significant rather, they still were integral in succeeding in the goal, which the whole goal of Marineford was just rescuing Ace. It wasn't destroy the government, take down the admirals. It wasn't that. It was just get Ace, keep some of the most powerful members of the admirals busy, of the Marines busy, and they were able to do that. So I disagree. None of the commanders showed any hockey. What do you mean? Akainu commented that both Marco and Jozu, or Marco and Vista, were using hockey when he cut into him. He's like, damn hockey users. They did use hockey. And how do you think Jozu was able to shoulder bash Aokiji and make him bleed? He was using hockey. What do you mean?
Moments, and Whitebeard's strongest crew members lose.
They failed because Ace was stupid.
Used it against them in order to limit their impact on the story.
They didn't fail Ace. Ace failed himself.
Greater concept and world building, which is precisely the very same thing that he is doing to the Big Mom Pirates. Why is this the case? My opinion, guys, the era of the Big Mom Pirates is over. And when it is all said and done, they are not going to be considered significant enemies. These traits about the Big Mom Pirates that are, in fact, flaws. Cracker fears taking damage. Katakuri fears showing weakness. And Smoothie fears taking action. I believe characters in One Piece get portrayed differently depending on the role Oda has in mind for them. I could argue this, but it would take a lot of time.
Bro, I love Ace. This goes back to the Sanji debate earlier, right? This goes back to the Sanji thing about him during Enies Lobby and why I think he was stupid for not trying to neutralize in some way Khalifa and being beaten, right? When he had the chance to save his entire crew and save Robin, but choosing not to for the sake of his ideals. It's fine to have ideals. It's fine to have ideals. But when your ideals are threatening the people that you care about, if your ideals are literally putting you on death's door, is your pride so pathetic and easily manipulated that you would allow your pride or the pride of someone that you care about, just someone saying something to you, if you're so easily coaxed into battle because of that? I understand the reasons why Ace, was the way he was. He takes after his father. He insulted Whitebeard, the person he cares about the most. That's fine. But all that being said, that was based on his ideals that he couldn't run away from that. But how much can you actually value those ideals when they ultimately led to your death, led to your brother being severely injured and almost dying himself, led to your entire crew being in risk of being murdered if it wasn't for Ace showing, or not Ace, if it wasn't for Shanks showing up, who knows what would have happened to some of the commanders. Ace put everyone at risk because of his own arrogance. And I love Ace to death. I got my Ace poster right behind me. You guys can see it. You can see my boy Ace, center square here. I love my boy Ace. But let's recognize a mistake when a mistake was made. Same with Sanji and Khalifa, and I'll acknowledge that. Zoro makes mistakes too. Zoro makes mistakes. Not everyone's perfect. Mistakes are mistakes, and he fucked up. Bellamere, thank you. That's another great example. Bellamere made her children orphans because, I couldn't bear to admit that I don't have kids. What, bitch? You couldn't bear to admit that you don't have kids? You couldn't bear to admit that you don't have kids. Well, now you can't bear to admit anything because you're fucking dead and your kids are now orphans. Dumbass. I love Bellamere too, though. But that was stupid as shit. That was dumb. Ideals are not more important than the well-being of the people you care about. I don't care who you are. That's me. That's me. You can disagree with that. That's fine. But that's me. Olivia's tough. Olivia's tough because that was tough. Olivia's a little bit more tough because she hadn't seen her daughter. It was tough. And you have to understand, like, even if the government found out that Robin was Olivia's daughter, that doesn't mean that Robin was necessarily going to be doomed to death, because there was at that time still the civilian ship leading out of the city, leading out of O'Hara rather, that was going to be led to safety. So citizens and innocents were still being left out as far as they know. we obviously know that Akainu destroyed that ship, so it didn't actually happen. But point being, they didn't know that. So, and it was kind of Robin's fault too. So I don't blame Olivia as much as I blame Bellemere. Bellemere was stupid as hell for that. But am I wrong? Am I wrong? Like, tell me I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But tell me. Bellemere fucked up. Like, come on, dude. What are you doing? I can't bear to admit that I don't have kids. Bitch. Can you imagine if fucking Anne Frank's mother said that shit? That's kind of fucked up. That's kind of fucked up, bro. I shouldn't even go there. I shouldn't even go there. I shouldn't even go there, dude. Yes, I know, soldiers, you're coming to murder everyone that's related to me. But I can't bear to admit. I cannot bear to admit that my daughter is up there. And I'm sorry. Oh, it's so fucked up. I should not have done that. I should not have done. I'm sorry, guys. That's fucked up, bro. I apologize. Oh, I got it. Okay, I got the Jew pass. I appreciate it. Oh my god. Yo. I'm just saying, like just as a comparison to real world rationality, you wouldn't do that. In a real world situation, you would not do that. You wouldn't risk your family just for like, oh, because I wouldn't dare to admit you're my daughter. Like, what, bitch? Bitch, I'll be a fucking orphan if I'll be a fucking. You can take my last name away. I don't care. Just don't admit that I'm here. It just seems stupid to me. That Bellemere thing. I can't believe you brought that up. That pissed me off now. Because that's something I've always been annoyed by, but I've never had a moment to actually talk on it, and now it's the perfect time. So I have to go off a little bit. I have to go off a little bit. Yeah, feel free to clip that, man. Feel free. It's true. I'm not wrong. Am I wrong? Yeah, you're wrong, in my opinion, because they were going to be forced to be orphans traveling out to sea to escape anyway. That's not necessarily true. All Bellemere needed to do was convince the fishmen for that particular moment that there was only her and Gen having dinner together. And then the kids hide away, the fishmen walk away after a certain amount of time. Then the children come back home. Then the children, or Bellemere escapes with the children. With Gen's help, maybe the old Gen goes with the children and them and leaves. Maybe they do. Find some way to escape the island together. But Arlong now Arlong knows that they're there and they can't go anywhere. Now they're slaves to Arlong. Now Nami has to brandish a freaking Arlong tattoo of the person that killed her mother and work for them, bleeding her hands, off their bones to write maps for them. I would imagine the situation where Bellemere lives would ultimately lead to a better situation because Bellemere could look after them and take care of them, at least secretly. I'm sure they could have found a way. I mean, we can't really blame Bellemere for the decades long that Nami spent working under Arlong because that was ultimately Nami's decision to make because she wanted to take care of the town. But if Bellemere was there, I don't think that Nami would have went through that. I feel like obviously it wouldn't have been easy to escape, but I feel like she could have hid the children. Like, you could hide the children and then wait for the right moment. At the very least, they all would have been alive, is my point. They would have had a fighting chance. The way things went here, no fighting chance. Bellemere gets destroyed, and it's sad. It's a sad time. But I think on that note, guys, we're going to wrap up soon. Let's get a couple more questions in. a couple more One Piece statements. It's kind of a crazy stream. I thank you everyone for stopping by. Shout out to all my homies on YouTube, all my homies on Twitch. This was a lot of fun. For description, Joy Boys, subscribe if you haven't. Subscribe to him. JD, of course, deserves many more subs. And Drizzt Theories, Drizzt the Dark Lord, Emperor Drizzt, Drizzt the Dragdown, as he's all known. Definitely subscribe to all these people. Links in the description, man. Oh yeah, KD, I made a reaction video on Twitch to Min Min reveal. Feel free to check that out, guys, on my Twitch. It should still be up. My Min Min reaction video, so. Yeah, man. Staying to your ideals is important, even in the face of consequences. It's fine if you're able to stay. Like I respect staying true to your ideals, even in the face of personal consequences. That's one thing. That's one thing. But staying true to your ideals in the face of consequences, not only to yourself, but everyone you care about, that is a fucked up thing to do. Because you're putting your own ideals above the safety, above the care, and the respect you have for the people around you. That's just the way it is. Like if someone put a fucking gun to my head and is like, I'm gonna kill you and everyone that you care about. If you say that you're a Jets fan, I'll admit to anyone I'm a Jets fan. I've been in the middle of stadiums where I was one of the only few handful of Jets fans there. In Miami, I got beer poured all over me. So I went to Dolphin Stadium and fucking went into the Dolphin section as the only Jets fan, right, with a couple other people. But it was a rough situation. I cheered as a Jets fan. Hold on. Thank you for the follow, Shahriya Saif. Right? But I'm not going to say, oh, I'm going to stick to my ideals. I'm a Jets fan. I'm sorry, family. You're all going to get murdered because of my ideals. Fuck that. What's a little white lie in the face of your entire family being murdered? So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's silly. It's silly. Pride is, I always think, look, this is a bit of a personal statement here, but I think pride is overrated. I think pride is generally overrated, especially when it comes to pride of that level, like with like Ace pride, where, oh, how dare you talk bad about my dad? Fucking, who cares? You're about to leave. You're about to be safe. Your dad came here because he wanted to save you, you dumbass. I'm sorry. I love Ace. I'm sorry. I love Ace. Ace is my dude. Look, Luffy didn't know how strong the admirals are. I hope the Knicks land Giannis too. I think pride is overrated. Personally, this is a bit of. I'm just saying. Look, that's true. He did fight out Kiji. That is a good point. No, you're right. You're right about that, Chief D Hater. You're right. But to be fair, they could have, if the Straw Hats. The only reason why the Straw Hats were caught is because the pacifistas had tracking devices to like know where the Straw Hats were, or know where Luffy is because he has a bounty on his head. Like, it's certainly possible Luffy could have punched the Celestial Dragons, and they were able to somehow still sneak off of Sabaody. They were going to, because right after that they met Rayleigh, and Rayleigh said, "Oh, it's going to take a few days for your ship to get coated." They didn't know that. As far as they know, maybe it only took like an hour to ship the coat the ship. Who knows, right? So they probably didn't think about like, oh, we're going to be stuck on the island for a couple days. But I will say that they kind of fucked up. The Strats kind of fucked up because after they had the conversation with Shaki and Rayleigh, they just wandered into the middle of Sabaody. They just kind of walked on a stroll like they weren't being chased down by Marines and an admiral. They completely underestimated the Marines, and they got clapped for their laissez-faire attitude. Oh, calm down, Don Solo. Calm down, dude. Calm down, man. Calm down. Look, look, James Dolan is often used as he sucks. He's not the greatest. All right, but I think the perception of James Dolan is actually worse than what actually James Dolan is. At the end of the day, he's not as bad as people say. He's not great. He's definitely not the owner I want, but he's not the Knicks' problems. We've had bad management for a very long time, and he's done the best that he could, hiring people. But I suppose it's his fault for hiring the wrong people. But at the end of the day, I mean, the Rangers are a successful business, a successful team rather. They have been for many years, and James Dolan owns the Rangers, so it's not like he's not capable of owning a successful franchise. So I just think that the Stephen A's of the world and the other blowhards on ESPN like to give him extra shit. I think it's a little bit more than he deserves. He does deserve shit at the end of the day. But anytime there's any somewhat bit of controversial news about the Knicks, the immediate gut reaction on the reactionary talk shows is to blame James Dolan for all the Knicks' failures, which is just completely ridiculous. Gotta go, but I'm definitely ready for doing another one of these streams. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I wasn't sure how it was gonna go. Oh, Sen, bro, I love the Haikyuu chapter. Haikyuu was amazing. Haikyuu has been so good lately. It's so good. I legit teared up last chapter. Like that one panel, seeing all the progress. I don't want to spoil, but seeing all the progress being made in the fucking yoga pose, I was legitimately tearing up a little bit. That was tough, man. So I'm very happy. Haikyuu has been so good for so long. It's really getting up there as my favorite. But alright guys, I think on that note I'm going to wrap up the stream. Thank you everyone for stopping by. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had some fun too. A lot of really great videos by a lot of great content creators out there, man. So like I said before, if there's a content creator, especially an underrated one, whose videos you want me to check out, just tag me on Twitter or send it to me via DM, and I will be sure to do that, man. Have a good night, guys. That chapter's the top 5 in the series. Oh man, it was so good. It was so good. Smash anytime. It's 3 a.m, so probably not today. Maybe Tuesday or Wednesday night would be the play. Maybe Thursday night. We'll see. Right now I do have a scheduled GLC for Friday with Jorishay. So look out for a GLC around 1 p.m. And yeah, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a good night and stay safe out